Whoa, I won't bend the knee. Whoa, whoa, I won't bend the knee. There's more of us than you think, quicker than you can blink. Your most loyal will turn against you. It's in the water we drink, poison in the spring, but we'll take back all the power. I won't bend the knee. I don't care who's coming after me. I won't bend the knee. I don't care who's coming after me. I Got my number figured out, a motive born in drought and brevity. And if I'm not the soul of your design, I blatantly decline your remedy. Don't box me in, don't, or I'll leave. I'd rather be a dreamer, I'd rather be free, I'd rather be a leader, I'd rather be a queen, I'd rather be a singer in a trashy cover band. I'd rather be a closer, I'd rather be clean, I'd rather be a poser in a magazine, I'd rather be pretty much anything else than your machine. Wasn't always just a single shade, a palette full of gray in reverie. And I can burn it brighter than the sun. I have a golden gun inside of me. Don't box me in, don't, or I'll leave. I'd rather be a dreamer, I'd rather be free, I'd rather be a leader, I'd rather be a queen, I'd rather be a singer in a trashy cover band. I'd rather be a closer, I'd rather be clean, I'd rather be a poser in a magazine, I'd rather be pretty much anything else. And if I fall behind, ignoring all the signs, if I lose the fight, I still rage against the night. Don't box I'd rather be a dreamer, I'd rather be free, I'd rather be a leader, I'd rather be a queen, I'd rather be a singer in a trashy cover band. I'd rather be a closer, I'd rather be clean, I'd rather be a poser in a magazine, I'd rather be pretty much anything else than your machine.
Hello, chat. Do we doing PogChamp this evening? I hope we're doing PogChamp. Maybe we're doing a little bit of Andying. You know, I'm feeling a little bit of Andy tonight, honestly. Boy, oh boy, do we have an interesting one tonight. Our man, the cowboy from Discord, in Praise of Shadows, has come back. Yeah, this week he came back with a video, actually a day ago, wow. A day ago he came back on a new channel. And he is clearing the air. Classic YouTube apology video title. Clearing the air being one. Can we get some other ones? What are some other good titles that this video could have had? Clearing the air. Addressing the allegations. We need to talk. It's a great one. We need to talk. My response to the drama. Hey, lowercase, of course, lowercase. My respond. Yeah, you know what? I checked in the Brad Taste thread. I know some Brad Taste stuff happened. But our thread is a bit old, so I don't know what happened. I just know Chud covered him recently, and that was about it. Why I lied about the Helen stream. Addressing the rumors. Oh, shit. Taking accountability. Taking accountability is a really good one. Oh, man. Let's talk. Let's talk is another great one. Chat, you're on fire tonight. You know, the thing that here's if I can't wait for this one to get clipped in like the FPS Diesel exposed video, you know, because like I'm like, you know, this is like, oh, Diesel's actually a shitter or whatever the fuck. And there's like a video by some guy and he's like accusing me or whatever the fuck, right? And he's like, look, guys, Diesel said if he did it, he'd just say it. But like I just want like to do a video being like, yeah, I fucking did it. I did it and I'm not sorry, you know? Like the kind of video where it's like, you know like when Kevin Spacey was dressing up as Frank Underwood and like trying to finagle his way out of the allegations with him, you know? It's just a video like that. How Diesel took the actual words I said out of context. Slug with the raid. Thank you. Still trying for that Mpreg, obviously. Which, by the way, I said if you pay for it, I don't care. If you want to draw me Mpreg, go right ahead. I give you full permission. My audience has full permission to draw me pregnant, I guess. There you go, chat. Just what you've always wanted. Speaking my truth. All right. Listen, I don't wanna, you know, content cuck us anymore. We gotta get into the clearing the air. We gotta address the discourse. Okay? The results are in, Diesel. You are the father. I mean, are we really surprised that I'm the father? Are we really surprised? Would it be anybody else? Okay, so maybe this is a hot take. I feel like we don't need to make a big presentation out of a video addressing the drama, right? Right? Like this was a clear artistic stylistic choice. He was like, I need to make sure it looks rustic. This is on my Dark Sides channel, right? I need to make sure that we got the VHS halation going on in this. Right? I know what you did. I know you went into DaVinci Resolve and color graded this and made it look like a fucking made it look like a fucking VHS video. Bro, just ignore the drama and move on. Look at Mizkif. Makari, you have a great point there. If Diesel's the father, then who's the mother? Whoever was over that day. To be honest, I know I went into this blind, right? And I was being very, very not nice about it, but I am willing to hear him out. Okay? I don't want to immediately... Oh, no audio? Fuck. I just realized... Okay, it's fixed. I fixed it. I was muting it because I was looking at somebody else's channel.
Hi. I don't really know how to start this, so I guess I'm just gonna start talking, I guess. It's been a while. Hope you've been okay. I didn't want to really use a script for this video because anything that I say will be talked negatively about.
Right, like I again, like I said when you couldn't hear him, I am willing to hear him out. Right? I'm not gonna just throw it away because he's the gay cowboy guy. Right? I'm not gonna do that. I'm willing to hear him out. You know, maybe he'll be like, I was in a dark place. Which, to be honest, I think we need a new rule. Right? It would be funny if he talks about how Wendigoon doesn't support Palestine. It's just a complete double down moving the goalpost. You know what? Honestly, I'd fuck with that more, I think. Personally, if you just double down. Yeah, well, I don't know how to start this. We're really filling out the bingo card, huh? I need to just sit down and make a bingo sheet of YouTube apologies, huh?
And if I'd used a written response, I felt like people would be like, "Oh, he's just doing this for PR."
No, what? No, a written response is always optimal. People who think that it's only for PR have brainworms. You should always, if you are in drama and you are taking the L, do yourself a favor, write it out. Don't do that to yourself. Why would you put yourself in the line of fire that way? Like
I didn't want it to feel like a statement that a politician would put out. I just wanted to be me talking to you, human to human. So apologies if this is a bit rambly. This is
I received a DM. Oh. I don't even know how you had this on tap, Makari. Hold on. Let me go into like some fucking online photo editor. Online. Oh, Diesel has the bad Halloween Discord sounds too. Yeah, I like them. Fuck you, chat. I like them. They're fun. They're quirky. I need a little festive, and like I'm not feeling festive this year. Like I kind of need them. Use Pixlr to edit. Yeah, I'm hopping into Pixlr right now. Right. Okay. All right. So we are going to... I need like a shape. There we go. We'll fill it with a little red dot. Disabled... dislikes or disabled free space. There we go. Let's see. Wait, I'm sorry for everyone involved. Disabled content, blah, blah, blah. Richie said to the camera at the end. Please do not harass name. All I wanted to do was entertain. Oh, shit. I didn't want things to be like this. I'll do my best from now on. Oh, shit. Oh, man.
just a written response. I felt like people would be like, "Oh, he's just doing this for PR." I didn't want it to feel like a statement that a politician would put out. I just wanted to be me talking to you, human to human. So apologies if this is a bit rambly. This is
Oh, do we have like one where he's like like I needed, I'll never blah blah blah, long awkward silence. I'm sorry for everyone involved. Nah, I don't think we've had it. We got it yet. Hold on.
it's a little different for me. I was just gonna talk, and I guess I'll start with kind of a big piece of criticism was that I just sort of disappeared, and I did that kind of for two reasons. One was that, of course, anything that I said wasn't going to help the situation that was happening.
That's
and
true.
So I just left. And I didn't want to really talk about it, and this is the last time I'm ever going to publicly talk about it.
This is the last time I'm gonna bring up the drama. That has to be one, dude. Obscure, I'm sorry, and or lowercase title. Oh, I'm gonna count that as I need some time to think, chat. Okay. All right, I'm gonna count that as I needed some time to think.
About the situation again. I just also felt that people would be kind of annoyed if I tried to come back and start making things again and just
Nobody would have
nothing
cared if you just went back to making normal ass content, dude.
ever happened. I didn't want to do that. Also, I don't really know how to make this video because the history of YouTube apology videos is a format that is consistently made fun of for
No.
good reason, and I'm not anti-apology at all. I'm not. It's just that, like, usually, like,
You know what? I'll say this. At least he's like socially aware that he realizes that this is not like even doing this is too much. Like, you shouldn't. He's speaking directly to you.
someone who works on the internet will mess up and then, like, immediately will put out, like, an apology video and
Breathing heavily into the mic is checked off. Do we have breathe? Yeah, we got that. Breathing heavily into a mic.
be like, you know, I'm not that person anymore. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I've changed, guys. And it's complete bullshit. You know, everybody knows that it's bullshit because you're like, what do you mean you're not that person anymore? You just said that thing 2 days ago. Of course you're.
Well, I don't think that's really like an accurate perception of what an apology video is, right? Like an apology video is you being like, I did something wrong, I won't do it again, right? The only way that an apology video lands is in the context of long time, like a long time, right? Because you can apologize for doing something, but then people need time to understand that you won't do that thing again, right? Like, that's why Logan Paul's apology about the body is still made fun of, right? I've made a constant and severe lapse in my judgment because Logan has still made bad, like, he's done bad things since then, right?
That person. And so, like, with my situation, I set.
But like, if you leave for a month, come back, be like, listen, man, I totally misunderstood the situation and I made a complete ass of myself. And I'd like to apologize for what I did. People might make fun of you for it in the moment, but that should be okay. So, In Praise of Shadows, for those of you that do not know, made a long exposed video that was about Kevin Spacey, and then it switches about halfway through to being a video about Wendigoon and certain other gun tubers, saying that all of those tubers, especially Wendigoon, are racist. You know, going really far out of his way to say that Wendigoon was a racist, and actually had a hand in developing terrorist organizations. He said that Wendigoon was partially responsible for the creation of the Boogaloo Boys, which are an extremist organization here in the United States.
I was going to be gone for a month. Clearly, I needed a break.
I needed a break. I feel like I want to learn, grow, change. Do we gotta break to break one? I think I already got that one marked off. I need some time to think. Yeah. We already marked that.
I wasn't doing very well, and I ended up.
I was in a dark place. Chat. Is that I think that's an attempting to shift blame, I'd say.
Taking more than that because I wasn't ready to come back. And I really wanted to come back with something that showed what I could do. That showed that I would be willing to listen to criticism of me because I always am. I always want to do better.
I don't know. I feel like, here's the thing. When a YouTuber, there's two ways that YouTubers react to being criticized. They either they kind of listen to it, right? And they take that lump like on the chin, or they kind of look at it as, oh, well, these people would never respect me anyway, right? And it's like, you can't just throw out the criticism of people who don't like you because you expect them to be like uncharitable, right? I'd say people do this a lot with commentary where they kind of discredit us, right? Just because we're commentary, they're like, oh, everybody in commentary is an alt-right guy, blah, 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 blah. They're racist, they're sexist, they're homophobic, this, that, and the other thing, right? And they use that as a reason to not listen to what they're saying. But I do think a lot of valid criticism comes out of the community, especially at videos like this, right? Because I think there is some people in commentary that are very disattached from reality, but like, ultimately, In Praise of Shadows you just made a really stupid video. All you have to do is be like, I really jumped the gun on that. I wasn't thinking straight. And that's all you need to do. Like, that's it. Like, because that's, you know, we all have moments like that, right? You don't think everybody doesn't have a moment where they're like, I fucking hate everything. You're like, yeah, the dark place is real. Okay, I get it. The dark place is real. I'm not saying it's not real, right? But it's about being honest that you don't take out your anger on the world on other people. All right? That's really it, right? I was in a dark place. I shouldn't have taken that out on other people, and I should have just dealt with myself, right? I know we all joke about it, but that's real, right? You go through a moment, especially if you're self-employed and you live like by yourself, right? It can be lonely, right? So I'm willing to admit that those things exist. It's like he wants everyone to accept his apology. That's never going to happen. Yeah, some people just weren't going to accept the apology anyway.
So I hope that the John Waters video has kind of shown that. This was kind of a wake-up call moment for me. So, you know.
Apology tutorial. How you messed up, why it was wrong, how you're going to fix it, do better. Literally all it takes. And, you know, part of the problem, even with that, right? You could say how you messed up, why what you did was wrong, right? But then you get to the how you're going to fix it. If it's something like a character flaw, like In Praise of Shadow's entire thing is ultimately a character flaw about himself, right? So he could say that he's going to go to therapy, right? But we're going to just sit here going, yeah, okay, that's what they all say, right? That's like the really smug way to look about it, right? But, you know, let's give some charitability here.
That's kind of where I'm at the moment.
He lives with his partner. I was just using this as an example.
And I guess one of the main things I wanted to talk about here is that, like, you know, when you do anything in a very public way that isn't received particularly well, people are going to do two things, which is, like, ascribe a motive for why you did that thing, and also why...
Yeah, well, if you do something insane that isn't normal with the rest of your content, which it wasn't, then they're gonna go, what the fuck's wrong with him? Maybe he's in a dark place.
Speculate about yourself to put attributes onto you, you know, that often aren't true. And, you know, I definitely am guilty of doing that in the past, even in the bad conservative horror movie video. So I kind of wanted to talk more about me here than other people, which is something I don't
I feel
really
like
do.
I need to mark something off. I feel like something was hit there. It's okay. I feel like it's okay if you don't forgive me is like I know not everybody, like, these are much maligned apologies, yada yada, right? I think obscure title fits. Obscure title? You know, actually, yeah, clearing the air, obscure title, yeah. Oh, Jesus. Oh, I feel like we've already hit the all I wanted to do was entertained. I think I've shown that with the John Waters video line is totally that. Right? Like that is definitely along the lines there.
All that much. One of the biggest things that has kind of always surprised me my whole like career on YouTube is people thinking that I hate Christians. And I don't.
I think you might have some hangups about it. I definitely think even like, okay, like obviously, you know, chat, like I'm working on like a Western themed setting for D&D, right? And that's like a collaborative art piece, really. 2/3 of the team were raised Catholic and are no longer Catholic. And there is some not subtle nods to our feelings about that. And we kind of like made it into creatures and lore and stuff like that. It's not that we hate Catholics, but we have some implicit biases that help structure how we make the art, right? So it's not surprising if you think negative things implicitly, right, off the bat, right? But it's about being able to check yourself or produce things in a way that isn't ridiculous.
At all. I don't hate religious people at all. I myself am a Methodist. And
He's a Methodist? He's a dude. We got religious on religious violence. Are we really talking off like bland background right here? Are we? I feel like bland background shouldn't get marked off. I don't fuck with the.
And I have gone to annual conference with the Methodists for the past, I think, 4 years because I have an invested interest in how the church is dealing
Every evil church in anything ever says hi.
with LGBT members, which is an ongoing thing with the Methodists. I don't hate Christians at all. I can be very critical of Christians. I don't like evangelicals. I don't like proselytizers. And usually if I'm being critical of religious people, it's because they're using the religion as part of their online brand. And if you're like mixed...
I mean, Wendigoon doesn't really use it all that often, right? Like, it'll come up in conversation, or he'll have a few videos on it, but he doesn't make videos for religious people. He makes videos for lots of different kinds of people, but it overlaps with an interest of his.
Mixing money or your business with your religion, that is almost certainly like a perversion of whatever your religion is teaching. And, you know, I don't want to get into anything. I'm not trying to like double down here with what I'm saying in this. I'm not trying to like critique people. I'm just trying
This
to
definitely does kind of feel like a double down, because it is a criticism of Wendigoon. Actually, he does a Bible study podcast with Laura Lodge. Oh, interesting. Okay. You guys really want me to mark off bland background.
about where I come from with things, because I'm realizing like a big issue with my writing is saying something and just assuming that people understand what I mean, instead of actually trying to explain my point more, because I cover a lot of points in videos, and sometimes I'm guilty of hitting a point really quick.
He has Bible videos, but doing religious videos doesn't mean you're hateful. Yeah.
And then moving on, especially because I kind
You
of...
guys want a bingo so bad. We're 4 minutes into the video chat.
am also guilty of making a lot of my work assuming wrongly that people are familiar with my past and my like work as well. I kind of make every video or did...
I stopped watching in praise of... So I'm really interested in horror as a genre, and I used to watch In Praise of Shadows. And horror can be political, but I felt like In Praise of Shadows, when I watched his videos, when I did watch him, was just trying to tell me what he thinks is the right way, rather than opening up a discourse about the themes of the horror. It was more like how bread tubers kind of act as like arbiters of judgment, and that kind of like ruined and spoiled the fun of like ruminating on themes about horror movies, right? So I that's what turned me off of him, because it kind of felt like okay, buddy, I get that this is a horror thing, but like, can we try and not like put your personal politics into it? I'm trying to like, you know, understand the fucking mise en scène and the themes here.
Did make every video as a sequel to all of my previous work. And that kind of came up twice with the Bad Conservative Horror Movie video. One was an offhanded mention to Lovecraft that I talked about, where people are like, what the fuck is he talking about? Like, and you know, like, because I had made like a 2-hour video about Lovecraft in the past, I felt like I could just make an offhanded, like, quick one sentence.
Okay, I am going to say that... Wait, did I already mark off the displacing blame one?
Reference to Lovecraft and it not be a big deal and not explain it. You know what I mean? Because I just assumed people will get what I'm talking about because of that video. And another big one...
You should never make a video assuming that the audience has watched your previous. This is not Netflix, this is YouTube.
that
Do The FPS Diesel Bingo has a free space and it's just too mad falling over.
That came with is when I talked about race in Appalachia. A lot of people weirdly thought that I was northern or not from Appalachia. People were saying like, Appalachia.
You give I understand why people would think that. You give like northern yuppie vibes.
Its regards and shit like that.
As
But,
a viewer, you should assume every video is someone's first time watching you. Yep. 0 streams since Too Bad mentioned. You know, Cosmic, I was waiting to see which one of the regulars was going to say that.
I've lived in the Appalachian Mountains basically my whole life, and I made like a 2+ hour video explaining my complicated views.
Anybody
of
else
the
here watch horror vid essays because they're too chicken shit to watch the actual
You know,
movies?
if you watch enough horror movies, you realize that they're all like the same 5 things. 55 streams since Diesel promised the melon.
American South with the Joanne Denton video, where I talked about how like I love North Carolina and how I've lived here my entire life and how much of an impact this place has had on me. But also to pretend that the South doesn't have a major problem with racism is like kind of insane, and I talk in that video about like the heavy Klan presence in areas of North Carolina.
Okay. So you're talking about personal things, right? But you're applying your personal life experiences to who Wendigoon is as a person, okay? I know I already marked that off, but I'm like attempting to shift the blame is so on par right here, dude. It's like insane. Like
talk about casual social racism and stuff like that. So like I felt like I was okay to make a 1-sentence like throwaway thing.
You were implying that Wendigoon is racist unless proven otherwise. We can't walk into social situations assuming the person we're meeting is racist. Okay? That's not appropriate. What if the thing, Alien, made an apology video? Yeah, by his own logic, wouldn't that also make him inherently racist because he grew up in Appalachia? Racist until proven otherwise. Like, I don't know. I try not to go into situations thinking that people are going to look at me different because I'm Hispanic. But you can very easily fall into that mentality, and it's, like, really unhealthy and gives you a really antagonistic view of the world. And I don't know why that got really... That's, like, a really popular thing to talk about, especially in, like, leftist politics. And it kind of... I don't know. You know, like, my minority status constantly gets questioned, but it makes me feel bad to think of myself in that way, right? And maybe that is how other people think of me, but I try not to because it makes me too like apprehensive to interact with people if I think about it like that.
Because I'd already explained my position on that in the past. I don't hate Appalachians. I live here. And I have chosen to live here.
Yeah, it does. But the video, I understand that's what you're saying, but the message that your video delivered was the inverse of that. That's what people are saying.
For a long time now. And, the reaction to that in particular, I think, was really strong. And, there was also a lot of criticism saying that, like, I didn't handle the situation gracefully.
You did not.
I can't be racist, I'm gay. That'd be his response.
I have met some very racist gay people in my day. I have once been in a room with the Milo Yiannopoulos.
Which I didn't. But also I'd like to see anybody that would. Things got really intense there. My entire talent a few weeks ago was basically...
So when you got into that, right? Like, when you got into that discourse... What you shouldn't have been doing is rushing to your Discord for, like, self-security, to feel good about yourself. You shouldn't have been doing that. That wasn't appropriate. You step away.
That in particular, I think, was really strong. And, you know,
As a trans person who's easily clocked in, this is something I've really had to work on the last couple of years. Being trans has been so politicized that I'm incredibly suspicious of others. Yeah, I as like a Hispanic person, I have to like explain how like my people think of race and how I think of myself. And a lot of times, at least online, people make assumptions about my race for me. And I've talked about that a lot on stream, but it's something that happens a lot, where allies on the left say that, well, you're a minority, you should realize that white people look at you differently. And then it's like I have like white people that I know that not once have brought up my race, right? But then like there have been people, like I've talked about the story before about the professor who bended over backwards to call me Latinx, and how I was like kind of put off from that and how uncomfortable that made me because he was going so far to try and accommodate me.
there was also a lot of criticism saying that, like, I didn't handle the situation gracefully, which I didn't. But also, I'd like to see anybody that would. You know, things got
Yeah, like obviously getting a lot of heat on the internet sucks, right? But the answer to it is just not to do anything. That's really the answer to it.
really intense there. My entire talent a few weeks ago was basically
As a non-binary, I have talked extensively how accidentally misgendering me isn't that big of a deal. It makes shit awkward if they're making a bigger deal about it than me. See, you don't make a big deal about it, but there are a lot of people who, and I've experienced it where people have made a big deal about it to me, as if I like implicitly did something wrong by not entering a conversation in a certain way, or not not like asking in advance, as if there's like a big trigger to be like, you need to ask this person, which I'm fine asking people, right? But the thing is that they like there needs to be some kind of signal socially to be like, oh, you should ask this person, it would be polite if you did, right? So I've had like moments where people like overreact to something I did, and I'm like, whoa, 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 whoa. I wasn't trying to do that. That wasn't the intention here, right? And so I've been in those like insane kind of situations, and you just kind of got to be like, listen, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to, right? And just kind of like move on as quickly as possible so it doesn't get even worse, right? But that's something that only happened in like college. It hasn't really happened in like my day-to-day life.
destroyed from the hurricane. And like there were like tweets still 5 months later saying, well, at least in Praise of Shadows probably died in that.
See, so this is the thing you're not understanding in Praise of Shadows. I like, again, I'm really sorry. The hurricane was pretty bad this year. A lot of people have been without power, without food for a while. It's been very, very, very bad. Okay. But you got to not go out of your way. Like, you're going out of your way to look at that, right? Like, you're like, oh, I'm going to go on Twitter, and Twitter is going to be bad. And a person tagged you on Twitter and said, I hope he died. You know what you do is you just block them and be like, that was crazy. You don't internalize that. Don't carry that with you. Yeah, a lot of people still don't have water. I'm black, and the amount of times I've gotten a comment of "you speak very well" from other black people always throws me off. Diesel, how soy is Falchi on a scale of 1 to 10? Falchi's really soy. But it's okay. That's okay. You could be soy. We didn't have the soy guy in commentary yet, okay? Like, I'm the guy that doesn't stop jerking off. Beckett is the handsome British one, okay? Chud Logic is the ugly British one. Nicholas the Oreo is the funny Italian one. You're the soy one. Oh, God damn it. We all have our bit, okay? We all have a bit to play in our tragic comedy that is YouTube.
You know, things were really, really hot and uncomfortable. You didn't see the best side of me in that. And that's all that I can say is
Wait, what?
that. You know, things were really weeks ago. See anybody that would.
Can I be the trans token? We're not not doing this, guys. We're not doing this.
Situation gracefully, which I didn't. But also, I'd like to see anybody that would.
We're all tokens, okay? We're all tokens in Keemstar's big pocket.
No, things got really intense there.
Correction, Falgi is the soy and pitchy one.
He can sing. He can sing.
Entire town a few weeks ago was basically destroyed from the hurricane. And like there were like tweets still 5 months later saying, well, at least in Praise of Shadows probably died in that. You know, things were really, really hot and uncomfortable. You didn't see
Wait. If Falgi is the soy one, what are the rest of the co-hosts?
You know, I don't know, man. I can't decide right now. Okay, so the thing with Wendigoon happens, and then the hurricane happens many months later, and he's like, I wasn't my best self during the hurricane? What's he mean by that? Cloudy's the girl boss. There's a lot of girl bosses in this community. There's a lot of girl bosses.
the best side of me in that. And that's all that I can say is it was a bad day for me.
The hurricane was a bad day because, I mean, I get that. But then what about, like, the thing is, Wendigoon helped during the hurricanes. What the fuck did Praise of Shadows do? I don't understand what he means by that. Because his drama happened months before the other thing. You know?
Almond milk bottoms. They are below soy.
Almond milk. Like, I don't understand his line of thinking there. Am I misunderstanding something? I know we're all talking about fucking what token we are and whether or not we're soy or almond milk, but what is he? Okay, so he made his apology about the hurricane because it's topical and he's trying to invoke sympathy. I mean, I guess, but the hurricane has nothing to do with the drama he was in.
And uncomfortable. Eden.
Diesel, he's trying to say that people were wishing he was dead during a terrible weather event was his worst moment. Okay, but that was like 5 months later. You can't like emotionally remove yourself from it.
Didn't see the best side of me in that. And that's all that I can say is it was a bad day for me. It was a bad period for me.
I was in a dark place. Did I already mark off I was in a dark place? Reaches out. I'm sorry. Disable comments. It's okay if you don't forgive me, sad. I'll never do anything. I promise. I didn't want things to be like this. Huge sigh. I made a dumb mistake. I think I marked it off already.
You know, I was kind of made into this like cartoon character where I am impossible to get along with people who are on the right, which is actually not true.
I don't think you would talk to somebody. There's a lot of there's a lot of people that are socially on the internet involved in politics that do not want to interact with the other side. And I've always been put off. Listen, guys, we're a few days from the election. You know, it happens. And there's this little thing happening with Twitch recently. But, you know, I've always been put off by people who don't want to talk across the aisle, because some of the more interesting, and not like a debate, I mean like an actual talk, like you sit down and you talk, because that can sometimes lead to really interesting and good discussions. But for some reason, there's a lot of people that get involved that do not. Okay? And that's really fucking frustrating. And it's not good. And it's not good that we perpetuate it or that we find it to be socially okay to do that. I have lost friends because they feel I'm not on the political same page as them, right? Or guys, recently there was a shit with 24 Frames of Nick that I talked about on a prior stream, right? And that's an example of he assumed my politics and dropped me as a person while also insulting me to my face. Okay? And there's a lot of people like that. And to be honest, the guys on the right, they just say the N-word. But the guys on the left will socially ostracize. They've socially ostracized me. It's happened before. I've experienced it. And I've said it. I'm like, you know, like I'm openly left. Right. But that's just the experiences I've had socially. So I can't speak for everyone. Maybe it's different for other people. I'm just telling you what I've experienced online with the friends that I have or my colleagues on here. Right. And also it's really, you aren't left. Yeah. But I don't know what is left enough then. You know, that's the thing. But I'm digressing, but I'm just saying that that's kind of what it's like now. Right. And it's very frustrating.
At all. I know this sounds like made up, but the guy that I hired to work on the set with me for the John Waters video was wearing a Make America Great Again hat like
I don't fucking believe that at all. I don't fucking believe that at all. Because there's no way that happens. Holy shit. You can't de-radicalize anyone if you are the other extreme on the political spectrum. So, okay. So I know some of my mods like Hassan, and it's totally okay if you do. But when I was, so I've talked about it before, right? Your left, Cap. What hand you right with?
Cap.
I'm actually left-handed.
Right with?
I'm actually left-handed. So I've talked about it before, guys. I used to be like super alt-right, right? I used to be involved in right-wing politics. I met the lady who filmed the Trigglypuff video. I went to a talk with Milo Yiannopoulos. Fucking yeah, I was like in it. I was in it. And yeah, I don't know what I like. Obviously, like I said, you know, getting laid kind of made me less extreme. What the fuck is the Trigglypuff video? I'll pull it up. Here we go. Please keep your comments to the Q&A section. This video is 8 years old, by the way, okay? And it's just some chunky woman getting annoyed at a speaker on a campus. And let me just be clear, this is a very this is a humongous overreaction. This is a humongous overreaction, okay? And 8 years distance from this, I think, regardless of political spectrum, this woman is overreacting. Okay.
Getting laid as a tool of deradicalization.
It is. But I didn't start listening to people who were like left-leaning until, and you're all gonna have I'm certain this is gonna elicit a type of emotion. I'm certain. I'm sure that I'll get plenty of minus twos diesel downvote for this. Please say Vosh. No, Destiny. It was Destiny. Right? I had originally like started watching like him owning people in debates, because I was looking at like how people orate and like work on conversations, right? And I was like, oh, this guy is like not like he's obviously talking fast and he's kind of rude, but I'm like from New York, and I was like, okay, he can like understand where people who aren't left might be coming from. And I see him talk to people who weren't on the left, and I was like, okay, well, I like that content creator that's on the right, and he's talking to Destiny. Let me watch whatever him and Destiny are talking about. Right?
Diesel was all in on Nebraska Steve.
Diesel is all in on Nebraska Steve. Diesel, I can't judge you on that. I used to watch Tim Pool when I was in high school. Yeah, I mean, say what you will about Destiny's personal life, his marriage or whatever, but I really like how he will talk to people who necessarily he wouldn't like agree with about a lot of things. I think the podcast he's doing with Not So Erudite is really good. If you haven't listened to it, Bridges, he's had like people who are military analysts on there. He had the YouTuber who's a Shaolin monk on there recently. Turkey Tom was actually on there. But yeah, I used to be like all in on like Ben Shapiro, Steven Crowder, Tim Pool, all the like insane ones that you all hear about. The guys who were like on Tenet Media's payroll, right? It's been several years since, and I genuinely think my golden retriever can give me more nuanced thoughts than Tim Pool can. My entry level was Blair White. Yeah, fucking Blair White was another one. But yeah, I like the most impactful thing to make people not radicalized is that they get laid. So if you think that the Jews control the world, go find a 5'4" goth baddie with tits, and it'll fix your life.
Entire time we were working. But he does a good job. And that's just the realities of living in the American South. I am not this insane person who, like, it's impossible to get along with.
In Praise of Shadows, if I'm allowed to make a character judgment here, I think that when you saw that guy with like a fucking MAGA hat on set day one, you were like, why did I hire this piece of shit?
So, yeah. And with the Appalachian thing came an added commentary that I was kind of surprised about, where a lot of people said that I hate poor people or I look down on people, that I, like, hate lower income individuals, which, like...
It did sound like that when you were giving your speech, right? You were implicitly saying that if you live in, like, the rural Appalachian mountains, that you're like a racist country bumpkin, right? That is not a far off thing that you said. That is what you said. Hello, I'm a bro. Well, everybody's putting in their resume now. Hello, I'm a 4'9" goth baddie with nice curves and a healthy habit of switching into bedroom.
I'm a lower income individual in Appalachia. Like,
you're a
don't
lower income
hate
individual. I'm sorry. If you can manage your entire life working on YouTube, the chances of you being a low income individual are pretty fucking low. YouTube is a pretty good paying job. But it like even then I can't. Dude, I don't want to like pocket watch either, but that's a really wild thing for him to say, right? I live in a low income housing environment. What is it? in a low income. Oops. Here we go.
I live in a low-income housing environment that goes by the government name of Section 8. Me and a group of my allies control certain areas of this section in order to run our illegitimate business. We possess unregistered firearms, stolen vehicles, mind-altering inhibitors, and only use cash for financial purchases. If anyone would like to settle unfinished altercations, I will be more than happy to release my address. I would like to warn you, I am a very dangerous person, and I regularly...
I have changed my title to Token 49 Trans Goth Baddie. Interesting. How are you in this video? Right here. Motherfuckers under 5 foot be like, and then they're stealing the fucking droid, dude. Microaggression alert. It would be a microaggression if you're under 5 feet. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It was right there, chat. I couldn't not take it. Diesel, apologize. No, I can't apologize. It was too funny.
Anybody like that. I don't hate.
I don't believe people say, like, when someone says they're poor, I kind of go, I don't know if you're poor. You know what I mean? This is a Jawa-phobic environment. You know, guys, it's really interesting how, despite making up 10% of the population, Jawas commit over 25% of the crimes on Tatooine.
Anybody at all. I think that everybody should have their needs met no matter what they believe. You know, as far as like reviews are concerned, I am gay, and with that comes like
What?
like I'm a lower income individual in Apple.
What do we think in low income means when he says low income, right? Because I feel like people have different perceptions of what poverty is, right? Which is why when people ask Diesel how, like, or like this conversations about income, I just say how much I make from YouTube, right? And if anybody is new here and does not know how much I make a year, it's like $24,000 a year, right? I make like part-time wage doing this.
Like I don't hate anybody like that. I don't hate anybody at all.
I'm poor and they're just middle class and don't pay off their credit card.
I think that everybody should have their needs met no matter what they believe.
Breaking news, Luke Skywalker under scrutiny for the comment, quote, "If you see a Jawa on Tatooine, you must assume it has probably killed someone." Jawa activist Jawa the Hutt claims this comment is damaging. I wouldn't say low income wearing what he was wearing. Well, dude was like, has like $200 aviators on.
I didn't know that IPOs is related to the Whitaker family from West Virginia.
You know, as far as like reviews are concerned, I am gay, and with
As far as reviews are concerned, I am gay. We're pulling out the Cuomo defense.
that comes like a certain level of snobbery with like the arts and stuff like.
What are the? I don't think the gays are implicitly more judgmental about art. That is extremely homophobic if you want to play, you know, social Olympics. The implication that gay people are inherently snobby is insane because, motherfucker, I know plenty of gay people that think Kung Fu Panda is the greatest film of all time. What are you talking about? This meme is topical.
Stop crying. It won't do any good. And anyway, you have a lot of work to do, starting right now.
Bruh, this clip comes up like every few months.
that. But because I like have high expectations of works of art does not mean that I hate poor people. Okay, I don't think that certain people should be in power. I don't think that certain people should have social power. And in that I
Wait, what? That was an outrageous statement.
because I like have high expectations of works of art does not mean that
I still can't get past the gay people's the shit about fucking gay people being snobby about art, dude.
hate poor people. Okay, I don't think that certain people should be in power. I don't
think that certain people should be in power is an outrageously loaded statement. Chancellor Palpatine, why don't you think the Wookiees should have a seat on this galactic council? I don't like how they're furry, and I
know I always my
they
land
did not.
speeders doors when I drive though the Jawa section of Mos Eisley.
Jesus, you lock your land speeder's doors.
I'm gay and I don't think pores should vote.
Yeah, that's kind of what his statement sounds like. Oh shit. Misa Jar Jar Binks. Misa no think that we should be in charge of this Senate. Misa say we relinquish all power to the Emperor.
that certain people should have social power. And in that
I don't think certain people should have social power. What do you mean by that, buddy? I can't tell if he's anti-red, blue, or if he's anti-Semitic. Fuck it, all three. Misa thinks you're really well-spoken for a Jawa. I like how we're implying that this guy is like the fucking Jar Jar Binks of In Praise of Shadows reinvents gerrymandering. Dude, I can't believe I was calling him Shrimpy. He was actually a Gungan this whole time.
kind of want to get into the conservative video itself. Okay, so in the like hating
God, I was just having a conversation about Star Wars species, Nemodians. Is that, was it Plo Koon who's a Nemodian? I don't fucking remember.
poor people thing, apparently I also don't like normal guys. And like
I don't like normal guys.
Keep digging that hole, IPOs. You'll reach that redemption soon
Let me
enough.
see. Nemodian accent. Oh, the Trade Federation guys. Oh no, I'm gonna get like binged by the Star Wars people. Oh no, they got rid of the accent and the Nemodians.
Come out of episode 1 of the act.
Oh, they got rid of the Asian accent.
Whatever the case, it doesn't appear.
Can I get away with doing the Nemodian accent, chat? Can I get away with that? I feel like I should. They're not a real people. They're like a fake fictional Star Wars race.
You say? And we'd be happy to receive the ambassadors.
No, I can't do that without getting... No. Dude, that's gonna get clipped out of content like so hard. I can do that accent. I know I can.
What? What did you say?
That's...
The ambassadors are Jedi Knights, I believe.
I knew it.
They're here to force a settlement.
Okay, I will say this: the puppet work on these in episode 1 is phenomenal.
Distract them. I will contact Lord Sirius.
do the bit, streamer
Do the bit, streamer man.
Ooh, oh brother, don't do it. Yeah, but he gave me $2.
My lord, is that legal?
Their accent isn't as strong as I thought it would be, right? Because he said legal without like throwing an accent on it, right? Do it. Are you in Sawyer's Palgy? Palpatine voice, do it.
Palpatine voice, do it.
Now there are 2 of them.
I can't fucking do that. Can't fucking do that.
This is getting out of hand. Now there are 2 of them.
How was that?
He only likes STEM city folk poor people.
How was that, Chad?
Don't do it, lol.
Don't do it. It's too late. Sounds Khajiit.
Khajiit has wares if you have coin.
Right? How's that? The Khajiit voice is kind of like that. The Khajiit voice is also racist. I just played ESO like the other day. They also always speak in the third person. They don't use their names. Like,
Maik the liar tells many lies.
Stuff like that, right? Someone pay for Watto. It's not racist if we don't see your face.
Can't on camera. Cancelled.
What's another Khajiit saying? I wonder if Jill... Yeah, she's doing the Khajiit accent as she plays.
This Khajiit is selling moon sugar at the back of his
Soygi
caravan.
is just trying to be edgy now to get away from the soy allegations.
Soygi. Soygi. Why are you stereotyping the Khajiit? They literally do love their moon sugar. Listen. We all know that the Thalmor control the world, okay?
Thing that
What Watto's what's Watto's accent? Watto accent.
Oh, Anakin.
Right?
Ah, yes, Nubia.
People say that this is Jewish. That some people have said that that's a Jewish caricature. But that does not sound like that at all.
We have lots of that.
He just sounds like a chain smoker, you know? How the fuck does Anakin understand that? Dude, Anakin, Michasa Puchasa.
So, is going to win? The faith in the boy. Only getting me wrong, though. I have
He sounds like an Italian. He's doing like an Italian accent. Is what he's doing.
great faith in the boy. Is the credit to your race?
Oh, Watto's just racist. He's just saying like, oh, he literally said that.
Oh, Qui-Gon, have some faith in the boy. He's a credit to your race.
Like literally, that's how he sounded. He's totally racist. He is literally a slave owner. Yeah, I guess I shouldn't be expecting like the best out of him, huh?
What's kind of funny about that is that, like, kind of this whole situation came about because I was a
Diesel is racist against Jawas, Khajiits, Italians, more to come in the stream. Don't forget the Demodians. I'm anti-trade federation, okay? They started the Galactic Civil War, or whatever the fuck it was called in the Clone Wars.
normal guy. So, like, I'm notoriously difficult to get a hold of. And that's because I'm not really online at all.
What do you mean, dude? You were on Discord, like, immediately right after the drama happened, bro. There's, like, tons of messages of you yapping about the drama, dude. Are you enjoying him shadowboxing himself? Dude, it's not going so well. You know what? Fuck it. I think we got a bingo, chat. I think you got it. With a bland background, winners win. Okay.
Bad apology
Yoda
video,
accent.
you do.
I can't do a Yoda, really. I'm so, like, used to doing the other accents. Is it bland if it's in the woods? I mean, there's nothing, like, interesting happening here, right? I'd say that this is a bingo. I'd say this is a bingo. I think we might actually go for a double bingo. Yeah, you could have found better woods.
Don't tweet. I genuinely don't spend much time on Twitter at all. I don't have any other social media. Before this, I was getting on Discord like once every like 6 months. For the most part, I'm not friends with other online content creators.
You need online content creators friends to not check you. You need a diverse ass group of people to not check you if you're going to take shots. That's just how it is.
Probably watch in between 3 and 5 YouTube videos a month. And that is
What the fuck do you do with your time, man? I'm not online at all. Proceeds to name search during the record-breaking hurricane 5 months after the drama. Yeah, I don't believe it at all.
like a dig at other YouTubers. That's not saying that they don't make excellent work, because there's a lot of great work on YouTube. But like, it comes to like this thing where like, back when I used to make comics, I would draw comics all day, and the last thing I'd want to do when I finished drawing for 10 hours would be to like pick up comics and read them before I went to bed. You know, like, I didn't want my entire existence to be comics. I wanted inspiration from everywhere in my life. And so I used to watch a lot of YouTube, like back before I was a YouTuber. But then I started making videos, and you know, I make videos all day long.
I don't believe the I'm not online a lot thing. I don't believe that at all. That seems, I'm really skeptical of that, considering he saw some glup shitto saying, "I wish you died in a hurricane." Yeah, yes, XP. Yes, I have heard that. Listen, the joke is very funny when you tell it 3 times.
And I don't want to like turn around.
I actually got my homies from the fucking African Liberation Army waiting to call in right now.
And then like watch more YouTube videos. So like, when I say I don't watch like a lot of YouTube, it's not to put down other creators, but just to try and to explain how this situation happened, because the why is kind of, you know, self-apparent. And so when you're not an online person, but you feel compelled to write a piece about online culture, looking at it from a distance.
Jawas? Yes. They're actually Jawas led by Mishi.
Trying to figure out what is real. It's a different kind of research, and I totally was not the guy to do that job. Online culture, looking at online kind of, you know, self-apparent, trying to explain how this situation happened, because the why is kind of, you know, self-apparent. And so when you're not an online person, but you feel compelled to write a piece about online culture, looking at it from a distance, trying to figure out what...
When you're not involved in online culture and you try to write a piece about online culture, if you're not plugged in, why are you trying to comment on it? That's one of the most annoying things is people who are not plugged in commenting on the internet, not understanding
He's also
it.
lying. In his original video he was literally complaining about how all his online friends and CC friends distanced themselves cause of the Hills Have Eyes video.
Boy. Yeah, I think his take might have been extreme in that video.
It is real. It's a different kind of research, and I totally was not the guy to do that job. I felt like it was important. I felt like nobody else would do it, and I knew that the reaction was not going to be good. I knew
This is just a double down. This entire thing is just a double down.
Bad. So kind of most of my mistakes and problems came from that, though, because like I didn't know who Sneeko was before I made that video, and I didn't.
Are you fucking kidding me? Are you fucking kidding me, dude? If you're not getting read up on this on anything, and you're just like hopping, dude, who the fuck hops into discourse and they're like, I don't know anything. Sorry guys, I made a little whoopsie. It was just because I'm not plugged in, dude. That's so fucking like. Then don't get involved, dude.
Really know who he was when I posted.
Yeah, he even claimed Wendigoon threatened him by following him on Twitter. Yeah, that's like, this is all complete cap.
Posted that video. And so while it's like really serious, and I admit that, and I am sorry, I took the video down like immediately because I realized the video had major problems. But like, it also at the same time, in retrospect, is a little bit funny that I tried to be like, this guy's the fucking worst. At least, you know, according to Hitler. And like, you know, I fucked it.
So this guy starts the video by saying YouTube apologies are bullshit. Then cooks up a meta apology. Lol, this is literally him saying, I'm just a small bean.
Fucked it pretty bad. And there's not really a lot else I can say about it. You know, what's done is done. I can't take it back. But also, ultimately, that's like what a whole section of YouTube is about. I may have done that really badly, but like, there are channels that just exist just to talk shit about people like all the time. And
oh God, no, he's complaining about me, guys. He's complaining about people like me.
He's complaining about the drama community.
Yeah, nice whataboutism. Oh my God.
that's like what a whole section of YouTube is about. I may have
Yes, the internet A-logging drama people be talking.
done that really badly, but like,
Yeah, you did do it really badly. You did what we do bad. I wonder why.
there are channels that just exist just to talk shit about people.
Some motherfuckers suck. Dude, you know what? I yap about random nonsense on these streams. Like we're here to have a good time and have a little laugh, right? So I'm not really taking it super seriously, but like, motherfucker, what the fuck? Like, people make mistakes and then other people nut check them on it. Oh, that's talking shit about them. Bro, you're so fucking fragile. God. This is the kind of YouTuber I don't like. Not that I know I'm proving his fucking point right now, but it's like like the people who always think every single criticism is a personal attack against your own character. Grow the fuck up. Grow the fuck up. You're a grown adult in your mid to late 20s or early 30s. You should be able to take criticism. What do you do when it happens in the workplace? Do you cry? No, you go, okay. And then you fucking either fix it or pretend like it was nothing.
People like all the time, and I don't want to be that guy. I'm not trying to be that guy. I am not trying to escalate the situation. I'm just trying to.
Why did you make this video? It might as well have escalated the situation. This video is terrible. You have done nothing but make the situation worse for yourself again. If it was so traumatic for you and so bad, why are you bringing it up again? You could have moved on from this and nobody would have given a single flying fuck.
Describe my perspective of how this happened, because at the end of the day, everything's fine. You know, I fucked up, but also,
oh boy. I made a dumb mistake. I literally forgot about him. Yeah. Yeah.
Nobody that I mentioned in that video was harmed at all. You know, every
How the fuck you can't like okay, first of all, if you being harassed on the internet counts as harm to you, then you could have easily sent plenty of harassment to Wendigoon, you fucking loser. Hello. I don't understand. Oh, well, my video didn't affect them, so it's fine. Are you fucking kidding me? You're lucky the video didn't affect them, you piece of shit. Like, could you imagine if your video, like, actually affected people? You calling Wendigoon a domestic terrorist could have put him in, like, could have had his home raided. He could have died.
Everybody's doing fine.
Imagine if you went around accusing people of domestic terrorism and then the government acts out on that. People can end up dead. Like, that's an extreme claim to make. It's like false pedo accusations. Well, he didn't really, like, you know, get hurt. Yeah, uh-huh. I failed at harming and canceling, so it's really bad that I tried...
And that's kind of like how that genre of YouTube works anyways. That's kind of like was harmed at all. You know, everybody's doing fine, and that's kind of like how that genre of YouTube...
No. You're first of all, you're plugged in. Second of all, now you're claiming not to be plugged in. What you're not plugged into is the drama sphere. And if this is a comment about that sphere of the internet, then no, that is also not how those videos work. Okay, that's just not. Like, if you watch a Turkey Tom video, it doesn't work like that.
Works anyways. The whole drama machine ultimately just exists for money. And I shouldn't have been...
Are you fucking kidding me, dude? Jesus Christ, dude. Dude, it's all the fucking time. It is always the same thing with these people. Why is it always the same argument? It is every fucking time. Like what he does isn't for money. Dude, we live in a society. You pay bills, motherfucker. Yeah, he's just mad that he got, like, the ire of the drama community, dude. That's really it. Speaking about money. You should buy my coffee or tea from manapotioncoffee.com. You should buy it because I'm only in it for the money. Oh shit. Holy shit.
a part of that. I shouldn't have contributed to that. I felt like there were important points to make. I did not word them well.
You did not. No, this is so not an apology. This is literally a double down. This is literally a double down. IPOS was hoping his video would be the next H-bomb plagiarism video. Yeah, 100%. I didn't realize you sold merch. I saw the nutritional fact shirt. It had me cackling. Dude, Klebo cooked with those shirts, okay? Yeah, I'm sorry for everyone involved, yeah.
No fucking chill. I could have done pretty much everything in that better, but you live and learn.
You shouldn't, no, you shouldn't have even accused Wendigoon of being a domestic terrorist, you fucking goober.
You know, I don't know what else to say. Other than I will do better, and I kind of want to get into like personal criticisms against myself now.
I'd love to see how much you've taken this criticism to heart because, you know, for these first 11 minutes, you've really shown no change in your character whatsoever.
I think that's a good segue. So, like, with that video, there was a lot of comparison to the Dan Olson video that came out soon after mine and the H-Bomber Guy plagiarism video. There was a...
Yes, because breadtubers have a vibe. I heard that Dan Olson's video was pretty bad, by the way. I haven't seen it. I guess it was taken down. and like Deadwing Dork covered it, and the VOD got taken down or something. Well, isn't the Folding Idea guys like a weird like pro CP guy or something? I don't want to. Don't take that as fact. I'm just like yapping.
A lot of like comparing the three of us, and I think like the only commonality between those three videos is YouTubers talking about you.
Yeah, I've seen like a bunch of. Hold on, let me pull up the thread because somebody actually brought in the Dan Olsen video. Yeah. Let's see. Here to two. I blah blah blah. Show my back machine videos back up now. Apparently, there's like some weird AVGN video, or not Dan Olsen video about AVGN. It was on like Deadwing Dork's archive or whatever. Is it up? This is an hour long.
I'm trying to find.
Yeah. So look at AVGN from Dan's perspective. It's interesting. I know that Dan has been in weird fucking like Twitter arguments where he said some insane shit. He's like one of those people where you're like, this guy's video is pretty good. And then you see him on Twitter and you're like, that's what happened to me with, you guys ever see Big Joel? Because Big Joel very famously was like, someone should kill Keemstar. That was like literally his tweet. He was like, somebody should kill Keemstar. And I was like, whoa. I'll need to look into it. I'll need to look into it. But dude, the plagiarism video was horrible. Well, it was horrible for like different reasons, right? Like it was a good video, and obviously the plagiarism discussion is one to be had, right? But it's like, and this seems to be a problem with breadtubers, where it's like a video essay about one topic, but they actually secretly want it to be about this other topic. So they kind of like front load it with what you think it is, and then like halfway through, they're like, actually, this has been about this whole time, right? And I kind of would just much prefer that they do what it says on the tin, because I think a video about, you know, what In Praise of Shadows is talking about conservative horror movies or whatever the fuck is like an interesting discussion that you're like welcome to have, right? That's exactly what Dan's AVGN vid is as well. Jesus fucking Christ. Right? Like, I understand H-Bomb's criticisms about plagiarism for that one fucking guy with the bad haircut. And I get that. And then there's like other stuff about Somerton. Yeah. There's like other stuff about the plagiarism with the Internet Historian, which is fine. And then he kind of like extrapolates that into like a conversation about like racism. And I just go, okay, like really? Like, okay, here's the thing. When a drama video comes out and it's a drama tuber looking to fuck someone up, they just do it. But when a bread tuber does it, they do it very soft. They try to be soft-handed about it. And I would just prefer they be open about it, right? It's like, I wanted to fuck him up, right? But you can never just say, I wanted to fuck him up, because that's not the optics of it in that community, right? You gotta kind of treat it like a different kind of an issue.
YouTubers.
Like that video where Quentin randomly goes, "I hate Trump" in the middle of the review. Quentin Reviews is very famous for shit like that. Yeah, they couch it in other topics. Yes.
With two of them being good videos and one of them being like a really bad video. But people were ascribing like saying that I was jealous, and that's why I was making that video.
They spent 45 minutes morally justifying to the audience why they must ruin this person's life. You should just do it. Just do it. Just listen. If you're a hater, just be like, listen, I think this guy's a racist, right? Or listen, you don't even need to couch it with like he's racist, so I need to expose his plagiarism. Just expose his plagiarism, right? The thing is, if you stick to the facts, your audience will be smart enough themselves to piece together what it is you're trying to say, right? Like, I don't say in my Yandere dev video, actually I might, but generally speaking, in my videos, the way I structure them is that I lay out the facts and I go, make your own decision, right? That's kind of how I do it, right? But I present the facts so that way you agree with my opinion. Like, Mama Max is a piece of shit. I don't need to say that for you. You're just going to agree with me because I presented the facts. Just present the facts.
And I just want to say, I am not a jealous man, and I never have been. I have never.
But then, and the problem why I don't believe that is because you spent so much time pocket watching and talking about money and how much money you're not making. Okay? There was a personal component there. Just be like, I hate this fucker. Just say I hate him. Just say I fucking hate him. Dude, I'm so fucking tired of these people being like, I'm not a jealous guy. I'm actually really nice. I'm actually a really well understanding person. No, just because you say that and then you have moments where you're just like, I think some people shouldn't be in power. Dude, just fucking say it. I'm tired of like the cry bully, sensitive soft boy bullshit. Just speak it from the chest. Okay? Like, we're grown adults. I understand this is the internet and it's drama and none of it ultimately matters, right? But we could cut through a lot more bullshit if we just started saying what we meant. Okay? Like, just fucking say it. Just be like, I don't fucking like him. I don't fucking like him. That's why I included him in the video. And I think he's a disingenuous conservative. Period. And I tried to justify that, and I didn't do a good job. The difference between BreadTube and commentary is like when you and Chris explain things. You are calm. ACG, Chris screams and wants to throw shit. It's like, oh, and okay, you are calm and Chris yeah. The difference between BreadTube and commentary, like when you and Chris explain things, you are calm and Chris screams and wants to throw shit. Yeah, I mean, like, I don't understand why BreadTube has this need to like buffet their reasoning with like 45 minutes of like context, because you could get to the point saying much less. What's it to be said? Brevity is the soul of wit, right? And for some reason, I think BreadTube is very much getting past the point where like a video, like I get it. An 8-hour video can be a really good comprehensive thing, but I really don't think many of these videos need to be 8 hours long. BreadTube loves to morally grandstand when there's, yeah, when they're no better than the people they criticize. Yeah, I mean, ultimately, like, we're all just fucking YouTubers, right? We don't do anything too outrageous or important to society. The entire website could collapse tomorrow and the world would keep on trucking. Like, when I'm out and doing my normal day job, I don't look at Twitter. I don't look at anything. And it kind of puts into perspective to me how little those things actually matter. It's like a lot of the whole, like, moral grandstanding or the posturing that's done is just fake. It's just all fake. You don't need to do that. All these BreadTube videos would be better if they were 5 seconds long and just say that they want this guy dead.
Never made a single video on YouTube to chase trends. I have never made a video because someone made a popular video like that. You know, that is not the kind of guy that I am, and I never will be. I've always made what I think is
I
interesting.
mean, that wasn't the basis of why people thought you were jealous, dude. Right? Because he's hitting success and you're not.
What I am compelled to do, what I think is right to do. You know, I can
That's
definitely
why you're
work
poor. Yeah. Dude, if he did an iceberg video, guy would be a billionaire. You'd have billions of dollars if he did an iceberg video.
made what I think is interesting, what I am compelled to do, what I think is right to do. You know, I can definitely
I think, you know what? I think a problem with BreadTube is that, and I understand not giving up your morals for things, right? And being like in touch with your artists so that way you give what you think is, you know, righteous content. And I get that, and that's really admirable. I think I do too, right? But I think you need to make concessions, right? If you want to do this as a job, you need to be not an idiot, right? That whole like I'm an artist, blah 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 blah. That artist mentality, I get it. But there's a point when it becomes destructive, and it becomes the starving artist mentality, right? I'm poor. I make what I want. I don't follow trends. I'm lower income. That's the starving artist talking, okay? Like, you don't need to be that person to be a good person, okay? You become a character from Rent.
only work on my tone with critical pieces, but like I wasn't doing that video.
Yeah, learn to compromise. Making art for the public, making art for yourself, hold no compromises. Make something that gives you internal joy because that's the purpose of it. But when you put things out to the public, understand that you need to compromise. Because if you want to do it because you love it, you need to understand that what you love and what you do are two different things. And the compromise is how you find that happy medium. Okay? And if you spend your whole life not finding that happy medium, you're going to end up a miserable fuck standing in the woods making an apology video. It's often them putting their oh my god. It's often them putting their morality on others' work. Like my ethics in media isn't the same as Wendigoon's, for example. Yeah. IPOS is jelly because Wendigoon has everything. A full head of hair, money, wife, a home, a healthy relationship with his father, fresh as fuck shirts.
Video as a ripoff of somebody else's style. You know, for better or worse, that video was authentically me. And to prove
okay, I understand. People weren't so how they were comparing you to Dan Olson and H-Bomb is like presentation in BreadTube often has certain characteristics by which we associate it with BreadTube. That's what makes it BreadTube. Like you are BreadTube, you're not a horror YouTuber. You are a BreadTuber masquerading as a horror YouTuber.
prove that.
And also the whole like I'm not stealing a person's style thing, right? You don't own style. Style is not something that's like owned, right? Especially for videos, right? There's only so many ways to shoot something. If you spend all this time trying to find your own style and you don't want to copy others, you'll never make anything. Okay? You're just not. Because that's not how art gets made.
You can go back and watch the video on Encyclopocalypse that I did the previous summer that has like the exact same tone and wording and style and presentation of that bad conservative horror movie video. You know, they're very, very similar. I feel like as far as critically, this was very me. If it came across as being a ripoff of somebody else, that was not the goal.
It's not that people were saying it was a ripoff, right? They're saying you were trying to be like them because they did videos with the same intention that you did, where you went in to do a conservative horror videos video, but it was actually a Wendigoon Exposed video. But you didn't want to do a video called Wendigoon Exposed because you know, and I know that your audience wouldn't click on that. Okay. Like, we say that this isn't about the money, but we all know it is at some point. Okay. To not say that plays a role is to be disingenuous.
You know, I feel like that came across to some people and not to some people, but that's all I have to say on that.
I don't really think he even understood the criticism that people were levying against him at all. I find that almost astounding how he misread that.
But similarly to the Encyclopocalypse video, I wasn't trying to ruin anybody's life. I wasn't doing this because I wanted a lot of views. In fact, I did know that people were going to hate this. You can go back on my Twitter, and like weeks before I posted it, I said, my next project people are really going to hate. If I said that people are really going to hate this, then that doesn't line up with the narrative of me doing it because I wanted to be popular. You know, with the jealousy.
You know, I don't really have a ref sheet for my goblin yet. I need to do that. I just, you know, fucking, that's just expensive.
Thing, like, it feels very strange to me because to my ears it's like critiquing the president and saying something that you don't like that the president did, and then somebody saying, well, you're just saying that because you want to be president. And like, no,
those are very much two different. Those are two different situations, dude, and you know it.
I assure you, I don't want to be the president. Critical pieces can exist on people without them like destroying people, and I actually say,
I don't think you understand what a critical piece can do to a YouTuber, right? I don't think you understand what it is you were making at all, right? Critical pieces can exist without destroying someone, yeah, but like, you go into, like, they go into it with a certain like expectation.
that in the Bad Conservative Horror Movie video. I said with the John Squire section of that video that I don't want to ruin people's lives because of things that they've said, that I think that we should be forgiving and open to people changing. And if it was just some like dumb thing said like as an 18-year-old, who gives a shit? Everybody said really dumb things when they were a kid, and that shouldn't be held against them.
But that's exactly what you did to Wendigoon.
Saw things that I disagreed with from people that I felt like had a big public platform.
And you ignored the context that would have proved your point wrong?
Critical of that doesn't mean that you want their lives to be ruined. You know, I ultimately was making that as an invitation for wanting people to do better. And if the one person who comes up...
I don't like this whole moral grandstanding of like, I'm doing this video with the intention that they do better. Like, I'm exposing them with the hope they do better. Just do it. Just say, this fucking guy was like a piece of shit. I don't like this. I don't like how he does this. I don't like how he does this. I don't like how he does this. All you need to do is present why you don't like it and then give the evidence to support why it's justifiable for you not to like it. Okay?
A bad conservative horror movie deciding to do better is me, then that's a good thing. You know? One of the major criticisms of me that came up a lot in that time period was related to citing sources, which I fully upfront admit I can be a lot better at. And starting from now, I will be. The John Waters video, if you...
Dude, H Bomber guy and his consequences.
Go and look at it, has a full works cited in the description. Historically, I do like try and show where I get my information from, but I always tried to do it in a visual way. Historically, you know, I would say like according to Variety, and then I'd throw up a screenshot of the Variety article, you know, and post that so everybody could see the title and where I got it from, but being done in kind of a fun visual way. Clearly, people don't really like that, so I can do a full traditional like works cited where I list everything from now on. You know, my entire career, I have tried to approach everything with compassion and understanding and love.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
And you don't have to believe that, but I hope that my track record shows that.
It does not at all. Dude, you haven't changed at all, and you didn't post this on your main channel knowing that people would rip you a new one if you put it on the main channel. You were putting it here with the intention that drama or people who would criticize you wouldn't see it.
me on a really bad day. And I have tried for the past 5 months to really...
Guys, he was in a dark place. Oh, okay. Listen. I was dogging on Twitch earlier, okay? But it is so fucking soy. And listen, I was even talking about how I like Destiny earlier. But it is so fucking soy to come into my chat and be like, look up the Dan Clancy Sucks website. Okay, go do that. There might be a hearing. I'm sure there will. I think Twitch has a humongous moderation problem. Okay? I think there's a lot of nepotism there. All right? But it is so fucking soy to come into somebody's chat and be like, look it up, streamer guy, look it up. You should be obliterated from space with a nuclear bomb.
reckon with that and actually confront that. You know, I didn't want to put out like...
There is nothing more annoying than a motherfucker coming into chat and being like, you should look this up. I think you'd like what you're seeing. Dude, I heard about it days before it happened. Who the fuck do you think Dan and Destiny told? Okay, Drama knew about this. We all knew Frogan was gonna get banned. We all knew about the hummus allegations. God.
An apology video 2 days afterwards because nobody learns things in 2 days. That's just reacting. It's not listening to what people say and acting.
I completely lost my space, dude.
Of a fun visual way. Clearly, people don't really like that. So I can do a full traditional like works cited where I list everything from now on. You know, my entire career, I have tried to approach everything with compassion and understanding and love. And you don't have to believe that, but I hope that my track record shows that. You saw me on a really bad day. And I have tried for the past 5 months to really reckon with that and actually confront that. You know,
Diesel, do you enjoy hummus? Yeah, I enjoy hummus. Thank you for asking. Ay, Dios. I'm at work and Diesel is my tablet content. I'm not looking shit up. Yeah, we got a I'm in a dark place. Did I mark it off? I already marked off I'm in a dark place.
I didn't want to put out like an apology video 2 days afterwards because nobody learns things in 2 days.
You didn't learn things in 5 months, you fucking freak.
That's just reacting. It's not listening to what people say and
you didn't listen to what people said anyway.
And there's a big difference there. And like everyone, I'm a work in progress. You know?
Oh my god. I'm willing to accept the work in progress thing until about like 25. You know, I'm working on my stuff. I'm getting myself sorted. You know, I get it. Life's hard. Shit don't come together easily. You have an art degree. I'm talking about myself here. You know, but you gotta like, you know, realize that you're an adult. Did you see the Oz Media update regarding his legal proceeding with Blair? I did hear about that. Yeah. I need to reach out to Oz. I said we would play Space Marine, and I fucking got distracted with work.
I want to be the best me that I can be. And I'm not saying that to pretend.
I'm working on my best self. Let's see. I promise I'll do my best from now on. I want to learn, grow, change. I didn't want things to be like this also. I'd feel gets qualified, yeah.
Protect my money. I'm not saying that to protect my reputation. I'm saying that because it's true. And if I wanted to protect my money, you know, or my reputation, I would have done this on like the main channel. You're only watching this.
What? What?
If you sought this out, you know. So It is what it is. People can think what they want of me. I will continue to do better.
Well, like his audience will, like, the people who saw that and were mad about it will never see it because it's been 5 months. Like he was putting it here to bury it. This is to bury it.
And that's kind of where I'm at right now. I'm sorry for every.
He made the channel yesterday. Yeah, he did make this to bury it. Okay, this channel is not going to show up and recommended as easily. Like, that's just it. Because it's new. Okay.
Everything. Genuinely, where I fucked up, for not having any chill, for just being a kind of an asshole. So I guess that's where I'm going to leave this.
He could have just been like, I was kind of an asshole. Sorry. And that's it. All this extra stuff, like, made him more of an asshole.
I'm going to be doing more videos on here. I'm going to try and do, like, near weekly videos on here.
Oh, you're going to try and do near weekly videos on here? Yeah, I'm sure you... Listen, your first video on here is an apology video, buddy. You got to bury that, dude.
Like that. So I can do a full traditional, like, works cited where I list everything from now on. You know, my entire career, I have tried to approach everything with compassion and understanding and love.
Oh my god.
Any chill for just being a kind of an asshole. So I guess that's where I'm going to leave this. I'm going to be doing more videos on here. I'm going to try and do, like, near weekly videos on here. I think that's kind of fun. I'm going to try and do... They won't be unscripted like this. They will be scripted, but they will be shorter form. Like, I'm aiming for, like, 10 to 20 minute videos.
Dude, he's literally going to make a Glup Shitto channel to make Glup Shitto content, and he's saying this isn't about the money when every single YouTuber makes a second channel to make Glup Shitto easy content. Are you fucking kidding me? That's what this channel is. The channel where you're watching this right now, which you should subscribe, by the way, and hit the bell, because fuck you.
Like, obscure, weirder movies. A lot of them not really good movies, but interesting in their badness or amateurness, you know? And hopefully that'll be a good time. And then for the main channel, I'm just going to focus on, like, really big videos there that I put, like, everything I have into, you know, like I did with...
Dude, I swear to God, this guy says it's not about the money, and he's doing exactly what many YouTubers are doing to make money right now.
The John Waters one. So what I'm going to do on the main channel is probably, like, every other video, like, I'll do, like, franchise video, then big video, then franchise video, then big video. Or I'll find, like, a rhythm that works and is kind of fun, and I'll listen to people and stuff like that. You know? This has put me in a weird place, but a place that is
in a weird place. Let's see. Oh yeah, it's okay if you don't forgive me. You only you only sought this out if you were looking for it. Blah blah blah. Right.
allowed me growth. I had been in a rut for a while. You can see the cracks.
You'd been in a rut for a while? What do you mean by that? What do you mean by that, buddy? Huh? You're in a rut?
all over a lot of my work, you know, like, kind of from at least the...
Dude, careful. This guy's in a rut in the woods. All the female deers better watch out.
The carry video on. I just had a lot going on in my life. I was going through it.
Are you fucking kidding me? This guy is not saying I had a lot going on in my life.
I don't even want to talk about that because people will be like, oh, he's scapegoating things. And, you know, but I fucked up. And I guess that's all I could say. So, yeah. I'll do better. Thanks for listening.
I'll do better in the future. I'll never do anything like this again.
I know this was kind of rambly. Sorry if that was kind of hard to follow, but I'll do better.
Oh, I see him hitting the camera. Reaches out to the camera at the end. Holy shit. You guys see the camera shaking at the end of the video?
So, yeah. I'll do better. Thanks for listening for this. I'll do better.
Maybe here. You see it? There's like some shakings. Oh my god, you think you shouldn't have what? Holy fuck. Hold on, this Glup Shido comment annoyed the fuck out of me, okay? Isaiah asked people not to be mean or negative on his behalf, and I will not. I will, however, speak on my own behalf. The thing people have neglected, including Wendigoon with his apology, is that when you attack massive creators like that, they foster spaces of hate and signal to terrible people is you're actually directly calling people who are fans of them morally bad actors. I do not appreciate being painted. Oh, wait, maybe I read this wrong earlier. I do not appreciate being painted as a terrible person, undeserving of a space in society, because I find Wendigoon entertaining, or like Donut Operator, or like a Donut Operator breakdown, or a Turkey Tom documentary, or a Brandon Buckingham interview. Everyone is always really happy to talk about how fan bases are creators' responsibility to curtail, but nobody is ever willing to give fans an ounce of agency that they might act out because of their feelings on how the claims may paint them or how information on someone may upset them. Nobody's ever upset at a creator for attacking the thousands or millions that make up another creator's fan base. If it's only ever bad when the plebeian fans dare strike at the patrician creators. This guy is speaking on his language here to criticize him. Yeah, the whole like thing about like creators have a responsibility to like curtail their audience, and I understand that to a certain degree, but after a certain like point, I can't control you people. I can tell you guys, and I'm basically only telling you guys to protect myself and not for any altruistic reason. But I say, hey, don't attack this person, not because I care about that person, but because I don't want like an easy avenue of attack in a drama, right? You guys are your own people. I can tell you not to do something and you can do it, right? That's fine, right? You like this person said, you have your own agency. And I think it's very annoying that so many people use the audience as like a fucking like argument for like a toxic fan base. Because many times a lot of these people are acting out against the will of what the creator said anyway. Yeah, creators can't mind control their audience. Yeah, I think as a creator you have a responsibility not to share false information. I think that's completely reasonable. You shouldn't poison the well deliberately or even, you know, by accident. You should try your best to put out things that aren't wrong. But to say that like creators like mind control an audience to do something is rough. And let's be real. Anytime you do an exposed video or you show a YouTuber to be a piece of shit in your video, you are going to encourage some people to go to that person. That's always going to happen, right? I'm certain a lot of the people that reacted to In Praise of Shadow's video might have been fans of drama content, and they're acting out of what, you know, a creator might have said. But the creator isn't responsible for making that person not tell In Praise of Shadows to kill himself, right? I just physically can't control hundreds of people. I'm gay, so it comes with a certain level of snobbery with the arts. It's such a weird line. Why not post this on your main channel? Great point. But are there creators who will sick their audience on someone? There are. Many a YouTuber isn't, right? But to constantly keep buffeting, like in every single one of the dramas I've covered, I haven't explicitly told you people to not go and harass the other person. It should be understood that you don't, but you can, and I can't stop you, right? But I'm not going to constantly bend over backwards to constantly keep repeating, don't do it, don't do it, don't do it. Because some people are just going to do it anyway. But obviously, yeah, there are people that just go out of their way to tell the audience to attack someone. Those do exist. Like the guy who came in the chat earlier talking about Dan Clancy. Dude, I do drama. Of course I fucking know about what's happening on Twitch. You don't need to fucking come into chat and tell me. Sorry for defaming like 10 people. I was having a bad day is literally what he said, yeah. I have no clue who Dan Clancy is. He is the CEO of Twitch.tv. Have you heard about this new drama that dropped? Chris? It's about a guy called Dan Clancy. Fuck you. I find it hard to believe that you don't want to ruin anyone's life or that you don't hate Appalachia when you said things like, quote, Wendigoon should not be allowed in public, spread false rape accusations that you could disprove with a single Google search. Oh, yeah, that's right. He accused Brandon Buckingham of rape and literally said any white person in Appalachia should be considered racist until proven otherwise. Tried to paint Donut Operator as a psycho who loves killing people while also downplaying the crimes of a child predator / domestic abuser, among other things. But sure, man, you were 100% not being malicious or bigoted in any way. Also, didn't you try to deny Wendigoon's heritage because, quote, my grandpa didn't tell me stories? Oh, man. These are actually really well-formulated arguments that people are presenting against him right now, and he'll ignore it. Addressed nothing and somehow still played the victim months later. Amazing. 20-minute apology and never apologized to the guy he attacked. It's really telling that the people who hate you got here before the people who don't. I came to this video with a glimmer of hope that this might actually be a genuine apology, but sadly it's not. I guess that's what I get for raising my hopes. I can't believe I used to be a fan of your work. Oof. Anthem view drama.
Did you check the mail? I
did check the mail, but they left. So my postman hates me because I keep sending the coffee orders through the post. And he hates it. And so when I get stuff to my P.O. box, he never leaves it in there. He leaves a note saying come back when we're like open. And so I can't, like, I go after hours because it's easier. And then it's never in there despite me paying for a big fucking P.O. box. But just because he's lazy. Diesel, you should report his ass. Dude, he's like fucking 10 weeks from retirement, man. I'm not gonna fucking do that. Speaking of coffee orders, how long does it usually take for them to send after they're ordered? No, my coffee products do not contain soy, as far as I am aware. But to answer your question, Phobia, yeah, so these last, like, so we did orders in, like, so I had, like, something like a fucking, like, 100 orders this past week. And I'm the only guy packing them. I packed, like, 20 orders, like, a few days ago, which some people might have gotten their, like, notification saying their thing shipped recently. But I just fell behind because there was so many. And I'm the only person doing it. I was thinking to myself, I'm like, holy shit. This is getting really bad. I need, like, an employee or
Diesel,
something.
did you check your mail?
Falgy. No wonder he doesn't show. Well, it'll get to the point where I can't, I'll be, so we ran out of medium roast and dark roast again. So we need to order more again. I'm starting to run low on tea after this last batch of orders. So we're going to order more, right? but it'll be like fucking hell, dude. Like, and I pack a lot all the fucking time. But yeah. He has low T. You heard it here first.
Did you hear about this drama between a creator called Israel and Gaza? Some guy called Dan Clancy started it.
You know what? Fuck it. That's funny.
So how did this like Israel Palestine thing happen? Is that like a streamer? I hear Destiny's on one side and Hassan's on the other.
You put her package in the mail? Okay, Mr. Not By Man.
Oh man. Bro hit rock bottom and kept digging. You're sorry you got called out, not because what you think you said was wrong. All this apology needs is a ukulele. Wait, I thought you had co-owners. Don't they help, or am I missing something? So my brother will help package, but my brother doesn't live here right now. He's away at college. So I'm the only person packing stuff right now. And I realized that getting a job means that I don't have time for things. Yeah, that's by the way, speaking of the Twitch stuff, one of the people who was banned was a lady named Denims, and Denims had this really funny tweet about like Twitch being the hardest job ever. Let me try and find a tweet. And now that I have like a normal job, I'm like, motherfucker does not know what she is talking about. Hold on, let me find it. Well, I want my brother to be getting his education, you know. Oh, here it is. Here's a tweet. This is from Denims. As someone who has worked 12-hour shifts with a 4-hour commute, which, by the way, I don't even understand that at all, because that means that she's, like, working 12 hours. So it's like 16 hours a day. Wait, plus a 4-hour commute, so that's both ways. 16... Okay, 12, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. What? She's away from home 20 hours a day? While going to uni full time. That doesn't make any sense. You literally would only have 4 hours a day to like yourself. Streaming is easily the hardest job I've had. The post-stream social exhaustion is so real. I don't know how anyone could do it every day. This is an insane tweet, right? Like, this is online classes, maybe. And before somebody asks, like, was this like a joke tweet or something? This was like in response to a prior drama where streamers were talking about how streaming is difficult. And that was her response to it, because, you know, there was some discourse a few months ago about this, right? And that's she's weighing in on the discourse, right? This hobby is fucking fun. Yeah, when I get off stream, I'm like on a social high. Right? I feel euphoric after stream, personally. Yeah, I kind of get the social exhaustion, but the hardest... I love how easy this shit is. I don't have patience wanting to rip my throat out. Yeah, this doesn't seem very... I don't believe this at all. But all this to say, I'm working on my time management right now really badly. Because, like, I really did not manage my projects well. Because picking a D&D book to do as a project was that's a lot of work. And now I work. It's only 3 days a week. But ultimately I'm gone from the house for like 8 hours, right? I'm teaching class. I teach class for 3.5 hours, 3 times a week. And then it's like an hour drive or 2 hours drive, because nothing is near me. So I'm away for like 6-7 hours, right? And then I get home, and then I gotta hop on stream, which is kind of hard after I teach because I spend the whole day talking, and you know, so I just run out of energy because my throat isn't used to that. Haha, dick sucking joke. But even still, the hardest part is honestly to commute. Okay, car-based infrastructure fucking sucks. I wish I could sit on a train for like 10 minutes and be at work. Okay, I wish I could just fucking walk to my job. It's really fucking annoying to like have all this fucking. I hate driving. It sucks. It's the worst part of my day. Period. Diesel's the throat goat. Being a teacher is quite difficult. Yeah, there's a bunch of stuff I realized. I understand why teachers get so mad about it now. So there's like the phones out, humongous. It drives me insane. I'm teaching you, and you have the audacity to take the phone out. Fucking pay attention. He wants to be a passenger princess so bad. I just want to walk. I miss being able to live in a city where I could just walk to my like class or job or whatever, right? And by the way, every single high schooler who thinks they're being sly about hiding their phone, listen, man, there ain't anything interesting happening down here. You don't need to look at it, okay? I'm sure the YouTube shorts can wait, because I know that's what you're looking at, because you're not doing anything else but looking at YouTube shorts. Diesel, I'll drive you everywhere. Just move on. But yeah, the commutes suck the soul. They suck the soul out of me, right? So the reason that I have trouble going live Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday is really not because I teach. It's because I have to drive, and it sucks so much coming home in rush hour. Holy shit. Hey, it could be TikTok. That's true. But it's like, did you guys ever see that TikTok of the, what would you do if you caught your student watching one of your videos in class? It's actually happened before, a long time ago. I don't know what would happen now, to be honest. I swear a lot, and I talk about things that are really serious, so I don't know how that would go. But there was the, what is it? The 925 TikTok girl. So there was this video. Hold on. I'm gonna take a fucking piss first, and then I'll be right back, chat. I'll be right back. I'll play this song again because it's based.
There's more of us than you think, quicker than you can blink. Your most loyal will turn against you. It's in the water we drink, poison in the spring, but we'll take back all the power. I won't bend the knee. I don't care who's coming after me. I won't bend the knee. I don't care who's coming after me. I won't bend the knee. I won't bend the knee. You want to be used against. You win your only right of defense. Intimidate, discriminate, but we will never reach. Remember your place, just in case you thought that we were afraid. It's in the water we drink, poison in the spring.
I'm back, chat. I'm back. I need a stream playlist, I swear to God. I need to do that. I keep meaning to do it, and I'm not. And yeah, I changed into a stringer while I was gone. I was at the gym before I was streaming. I'm like mad hairy right now, Jesus Christ. Ugh. Ugh, fuck. Yeah, I did wash my hands, chat. Thank you for asking. Yeah, I don't even want to think about it. Some guy named Trevor. I heard that neck crack. Sorry, chat. So I don't know if you guys have seen this TikTok. Nice werewolf costume.
I know I'm probably just being so dramatic and annoying, but this is my first job, like my first 9-to-5 job after college, and I'm in person, and I'm commuting in the city, and it takes me fucking forever to get there. There's no way I'm gonna be able to afford living in the city right now, so that's off the table. Like, fucking duh! If I was able to walk to work, and it'd be fine, but I'm not. So it literally takes me, like, I leave here, like, I get on the train at 7:30, and I don't get home till, like, 6:15 earliest, and then, like, I don't have time to do anything. I want to shower, eat my dinner, and go to sleep. I don't have time or energy to cook my dinner either. Like, I don't have energy to work out. Like, that's out the window. Like, I'm so upset. Oh my god. Nothing to do with my job at all, but just, like, the 9-to-5 schedule in general is crazy. Being in the office 9 to 5, like, if it was remote, you get off at 5, and you're home, and everything's fine. But, like, I'm not home. It takes me long to get home, and, like, people that drive to the office, like, you don't get off at 5, and I know it could be worse. I know I could be working longer, but, like, I literally get off, it's pitch black, like, I don't have energy. How do you have friends? Like, how do you have time to, like, meet, like, a guy? I don't know. Like, how do you have time for, like, dating? Like, I don't have time for anything, and I'm, like, so stressed out, and I'm also getting my period, so that's why I'm all emotional, but, like, am I so dramatic? It's fine.
Okay, all right. People were giving this girl shit for this. Okay? People were giving her shit, right? And I get it, right? You like a lot of chatters are like, "Oh, wah wah wah, entitled Gen Z worker, blah blah blah. Entitled Gen Z worker." Right? But like, you know, the thing about, like, fuck, dude, imagine, like, you go to college, and which is what a lot of people do, and you know, you go to class 3 hours a day, and then you have a bunch of free time to socialize or, like, build your connection, right? And you study, and then you leave, and then all of a sudden, actually, all the things you did in college, 1, don't matter. 2, you're going to be spending a lot of time at work, more than you ever spent at school, sitting there, doing nothing, right? Pretending to work, because a lot of it's like shit anyway. It doesn't fucking matter, right? Like, there's probably a lot of work that all of us do that is just, like, nonsense. And we're like, why am I here? You know? But it's like, you know, imagine, like, you have a social life, and now you're, like, in your 20s. You're in your, like, prime social years. It's when you should be, like, finding a partner, getting your shit together, yada, yada, yada. And you've got to wage slave it, you know? And everybody's like, oh, and I hate how it's, like, always, like, you know, fucking, like, I get it, right? Boomers will be like, well, I had to work fucking 18 hours, and I used to walk on a horse back through the fucking sun in the desert. It's like, yeah, man, okay, I'm not saying it was good for you to do that either. I don't think that was, like, conducive to, like, an appropriate life. You know, I don't think it was good. It's the only difference between you and her is that the wage you made allowed you to buy a home and, like, start up a capital for your family and take them out of the working labor. But then you're like, oh, I'm not going to give anything to my kids, so they're going to have to fucking grind away and wage slave forever. Like, I don't, like, I get it. It's like, oh, maybe she's, like, a little whiny about it, but it's like, imagine being 23 and now you're never going to be able to, like, you're going to come home and you're just going to, your entire life is just your job. Right? Because I was like, I love teaching, right? But I was sitting there and I was like, do I do this for the next 40 years? And I was like, oh, fuck. Do this for the next 40 years. I don't know, man. You know? So it's like, Yeah, I think it's really sad, and I think it's like shit that there's like boomers who are like, fuck this girl, like she's stupid. You know? Like being single makes things harder because then all the house chores fall on you. There are days that I work 12 hours a day and I had to make dinner and laundry. Yeah, by then you just don't have anything. Like you just let your place become like a fucking mess because you're just like, I need to sleep. I got like work. Plus she's close to her period. I've cried over a chocolate croissant on my period before. That's so valid. Right? But it's just like like people are just like real quick to like discredit that, right? Or they're just like, oh, fucking Gen Z doesn't know how to work. Blah, blah, blah. Listen, man, we're at like the point where Gen Z's been in office for like a few years now. Okay, we can't just keep saying that Gen Z is like entitled. Like they have to be doing something with their time. What do you think? All the Gen Zers are sitting at home? Like that's outrageous. That's not like an appropriate response at all. Like. No, I'm Gen X and I think she's stupid. I just think it's how this generation was raised. I get that. Yeah, Gen Z's popping out babies now, man. Like they fucking like they understand like you gotta fucking work. Like they understand that. Like the whole like, oh, this generation is so entitled thing. I don't know if that's like particularly like just like a Blanche cart thing that we could just keep applying over and over. You know? Yeah, it's like some people calling millennial. Dude, you know how many fucking like people are like millennials and their fucking avocado toast? It's like, what do you go get your fucking AARP, motherfucker? Like, it's Gen Alpha that scares me because they're the ones that's going to take care of me in the rest home. Well, like, you know, I get it. Like Gen Alpha's like the thing is like fucking Gen Alpha's like they're babies still. Like or some of them are like kids or like young kids. But you know, I also think it's a little incredulous to be like, oh, Gen Alpha's cooked. Gen Alpha's cooked. Why? Because they watched Skibidi Toilet. What the fuck did you watch when you were like 7? Like, we've had like 3 generations now exist growing up with the internet. Okay, millennials were watching like the fucking E-Bombs World crap. Fucking Gen Z was watching like TF2 Gmod MLG shit. Okay, I'm pretty sure Gen Alpha's not gonna collapse. They can't even read. Yeah, the literacy is a problem. I'm not even gonna. As somebody who does like the educating stuff, the literacy is a problem. But that is quite literally like a fault of the system. And what we've done with how we teach reading.
I just showed up and I guess we complaining about millennials and their avocado on toast.
Yeah, motherfuckers will say Skibidi Toilet ruined a generation. It was an entire generation that had exposure to SFM TF2 YouTube poops. Yeah, it like the real issue is like I've talked about it, like the reading literacy stuff. You know, that's like fuck, dude. Like that needs to be worked on, but that's like something that gets worked on like a and by the way, the whole literacy thing was happening way before the pandemic, and the only reason that parents started to notice is because their kids were around a lot more, and they noticed, oh, motherfucking Johnny don't know how to read. I mean, the big problem for Gen Alpha is that a good chunk of them are just being neglected. They're given a tablet or a phone or just expected to learn it. I definitely can't speak for all like young millennial parents or like I don't know fucking Gen Z early adopters to the baby phase. You don't think well yeah that's what I'm about to get to, right? Like it's like fucking you didn't have your kid around a lot until the pandemic, so you didn't realize that there was like issues with their reading literacy until they were in front of you, right? Because your kids were testing well. Your kids were testing well because they would train you for the test. Skibbity toilet is bad, but old Eggman from Sonic saying Pingus. Now that is comedy gold. America has fallen. But yeah, I used to read so many books and get so many free pizzas. Yeah, they were like training you to speed read, you know? What was it like for you growing up? I grew up with like the systems that so I grew up with like a mix of like the system before the like reading science stuff that like ruined the literacy and the phonics stuff. So I was like right in between that because I'm like an older Zoomer, right? Like I'm 98, so 95 would make me a late millennial. But I went to private school, so we had like the like fucking Yahoo on tablet, yeah. So we had like a little bit of the phonics stuff, and then it was like the science of learning. But it was like, oh, if you read a lot, you would be rewarded with like, you know, the fucking Pizza Hut coupons or like a pizza party if the class hit their reading goals. And what that would do is that like you would speed read so that way you could beat the comprehension quizzes, but you really weren't comprehending. You were just recalling stuff from the plot. Yeah, Gen X and former teacher. It started going downhill when they got rid of phonics and just did sight words. Yeah, that's what I was getting to. Because I had talked about it on stream before where they were doing sight words because it was like you could get through more information faster, but it wasn't really like you weren't comprehending the English that you were reading. Yeah, I got a mix of the old and new education systems. Yeah. But yeah, I had like a mix because I was right in between when phonics switched over to like the sight words and like science of learning stuff. But by the time I got to high school, it was definitely like it was definitely more of the other stuff. More of like the Common Core stuff. Schizophrenic chatter right here. Gen Zero has zero work ethic, zero accountability, zero self-respect, boundaries, or shame, and only concerns are shallow personal identity. Education is the lesser of a greater evil, the home. You're fucking nuts, dude. I don't know what you are, or if you're like a boomer or like a fucking child, but like go outside. You fucking weird shit. Villain monologue. Zero work, like I don't like zero self-respect. I don't even know. That's insane. That's an insane statement. Why? Because an adult takes their pussy out on Twitter? Oh, God forbid an adult make a decision. That's an insane statement. Shallow personal identity. What is deep personal identity then, huh? We're really like simple creatures at the end of the day. We all kind of want the same thing, buddy. A zero work ethic. Yeah, uh-huh. Because a Gen Z person complains about the working environment, they have zero work ethic. God forbid the younger generations rise up and actually think for a second about maybe how the society that we live in was not designed in a way that's equitable for humanity. God forbid they talk out against the systems that be and possibly change things and make them better. God forbid we leave a better world for the future generations. Yeah, we complained about the same thing. Dude, fucking Gen X was complaining about the same fucking thing. Like, fuck. I'm glad that there's a fucking former teacher in chat being like, we complain about the same thing. Okay? Like Diesel, they're just mad they don't have a statue PFP on Twitter and don't read Mein Kampf and shake their head disapprovingly. Oh, shit. Holy fuck. Reminds me of the clay tablet about the guy complaining about the village only wanting to read and write books. Holy shit. Oh my god. Whoa, they take zero responsibility. They take zero responsibility. What, why? Because they don't listen to your old ass at work? Because they think you're fucking annoying when you say, oh man, we got a real smart black one around here. Oh my god. Gen X former with an 11-year-old. I have experience with it all. Based. Pog. Oh my god. Back in my day, the wall with cotton candy was spicy. Did you guys see the guy who did a line of asbestos? I'm sorry, I'm doing like the thing where streamer mentions other random shit. Guy does line of asbestos. Friend did a line of asbestos. Not sure what community to post this in. Was at a party and the house was about to be knocked over, so people started smashing up the garage. And one of my mates lined up some of the powder of the aftermath and ripped through it for a laugh. Once the demo crew came and knocked the house down, it turned out the garage was mainly made from asbestos. How fucked is my friend? Holy shit. Even if this doesn't cause him serious problems, your friend is fucked because he's the kind of person to do a line of asbestos. And so it doesn't matter. It's a matter of time. Dude, they're all like, dude, he needs to go get he can't breed. Like, I love how it's always like the he can't breed like answer. Dude, there was like they responded on r/asbestos. Hold on, let me find it. Let me find it. I was like reading it on my own the other day. Let's see. Fuck. Oh, asbestos help. r/asbestos help. This is really funny. Somebody's like, remind me in 20 years. Check if his friend is dead. Oh my god. Yeah, I won't listen to anybody trying to downplay this situation. This is unheard of, and nobody here will be able to give you an honest answer. Get checked up by a physician and go from there. People who get asbestos-related diseases usually get exposed from a certain level of asbestos over a long period of time by direct inhalation of tiny fibers, but your friend directly snorted these concentrated fibers. Dude, he's gonna die. This guy's gonna die. Dude, he's gonna fucking drop dead, dude. Do you guys think like this is really unrelated? I have Twitter open on the other page. Um yeah, he says mesothelioma. Back in my day, we used to build character. We used to build homes out of lead and asbestos, and we turned out okay. Oh my god, dude. Guys, do you think? No. Oh shit. Yeah, did you see chat? Rose Malay went viral. Remember from Brad Taste, the girl who's like, bestiality and rape are fun. You know that girl? The bestiality girl went viral on the fucking Joe Rogan, like a Joe Rogan account on Twitter recently. Imagine telling someone 15 years ago that the host of Fear Factor and the host of Apprentice talking to each other on the other podcast would be the most important political event of 2024. See? Oh, shit. White woman, am I right? I know, right? What is this? Now I'm just scrolling through my Twitter feed. I can't even show you most of these things because there's a lot of porn. Why would I say that? Dude, I've been streaming too long. I'm losing my marbles. Oh my god. Is there any other... You see that Lunchly got discontinued? Really? Did Lunchly get discontinued? When do I get the private Twitter feed? Never. Not in a billion years. Was it ever continued? I feel like Rosanna Passiano is not a good like deliverer of the Mr. Beast anti-Lunchley Mr. Beast discourse. Right? Like I don't like how she's like presenting, like I get it. I'm sure Lunchley isn't good for your child. Okay? But it's really annoying how she presents it as if like Lunchables is like better. Like conversely, I mean, it seems like conversely, by her dogging on Dunchley, by her dogging on Lunchley, it seems like she's a plant for Lunchables. You know what I mean? Like Lunchables is trying to do some guerrilla marketing. No, Diesel, mold isn't good for kids. I know mold isn't good for kids. I'm not saying the mold was good for kids. I'm just saying I feel like she bought like 400 boxes of Lunchley because she just fucking hates Mr. Beast. And she just kept opening them until one of them had molds. Did I retweet my Rosanna thing recently? I might have. I didn't. Hold on, let me go through my media. I believe her on this one, to be honest. I get it. And I understand it's really easy to dog on Mr. Beast right now. And I honestly, I'm not at a position anymore where I'm pro or anti Mr. Beast. But I do find myself a little skeptical of Rosanna. Because she's like the fucking hide and seek lady, you know? Like, hold on, I'm looking for a chat. You know what I'll do? I'll go through the group chat that I'm in to find it. Dogback said it's pollution. That's why there's gay people. Oh yeah, I saw that, dude. There's a lot of reasons that Dogpack is wrong about a lot of things, but the fact that something like that is what turned r/YouTube drama from him is absolutely astounding. Fuck, it's gotta be in here. Okay, I can't find it. Yeah, her words should be taken with a grain of salt. Hold on, I gotta use Twitter's, like, advanced search feature. And now Twitter is, like, broken. It's great. Dude, I gotta fucking go and do this shit. Let's see. From at FBS Diesel. All these words. I don't know how to spell Rosanna's name. Hold on. Rosanna Pansino. What? Like, I'm sorry, but I really don't think the Nerdy Nummies lady should be the one getting involved with the Mr. Beast drama. don't I don't think she should. Let's see, advanced search. There we go. From these accounts. At FPS Diesel. Search. Damn it. Let's see, dude. Boom. Hide and seek. That tweet did numbers. That tweet did numbers. Hold on. I will find a chat. You guys will remember this stream when I found this clip. Okay? You will remember. Dude, I'm really struggling to find this fucking clip right now. I'm gonna lose my fucking marble. Diesel, can you address the watermelon allegations? I don't think I will, actually. I don't think I will. I'm really struggling to find this fucking Glup Shitto clip.
and I'm losing it right now.
It was literally on Trisha's podcast. Okay. That's how I know. That's how much I literally recently sent this clip to Xylee. I'm fucking livid. Diesel's having a Joker moment. Yes, I am. Control. See, it was on Twitter. That's why. Diesel's Alzheimer arc. Oh my god, bro, I'm losing it. Control F, Rosanna. It's okay, Grandpa. We believe you. Oh my god. Well, now I've spent so long doing this that I have to commit. Like, I need to find it. Here we go. I remember. Okay, found it. I found it. I found it. I found it. Found it, chat. I found it. It's okay. We've done it. We found the tweet. Okay, we found a tweet. Here. You guys remember this?
Like, oh, what's obviously you've done so much. People ever ask you about it? Like, oh, what's obviously you've done so much with Mr. Beast. Do they ever, like, your fans ever ask you?
Well, I've always been supportive. I'm still supportive.
Yeah.
When he launched the chocolate bars
The Feastables.
and all the other projects, even Carl releasing those gummies, Mike. Because I genuinely
I did retweet it.
supporting people. I just don't understand why the support doesn't come back.
People ever ask you?
I love supporting people. I don't understand why the support doesn't come back. She was expecting to get the fucking, oh, Mr. Beast, oh, I rub your back, you rub mine type thing, okay? Come on, guys. Like, I don't know why people, like, I understand that, like, this isn't a clip chip, by the way. I understand it might look like it. It's not. But, like, this motherfucker was like a hater from day one, okay? You tweeted this not even a year ago. Like, this motherfucker. She wanted the Lunchly money, man. She wanted the Lunchly money. She wanted to be let in on it, bruh. God. Yes, she wanted it to be fucking transactional. So that's why I find her Lunchly shit a bit disingenuous. Okay? Excuse me. Yeah, she's just using people. Like, fuck, dude. I really don't think Dogpack's gonna have a career after this Mr. Beast stuff. Okay? Like, his foibles in this story have been insanely ridiculous. No, Keem. Keem. So true. Bro, that's Rose Valet, bro. Except the Lunchly turned out gross. Yeah, I'm not saying the mold is justified. I'm just saying that I don't trust her to be the arbiter of, like, good shit. The mold was because of the shit glue they used. Yeah, because I was gonna say Lunchables stay on the shelf forever. Diesel's a mold supporter. Big mold fan. Big mold fan. Chat. Big mold fan. By the way, really like quick aside, speaking of annoying fucking people, when did this guy become like super fucking like he's like mad, like he like fell like down to pipeline, bro. Like I don't, right? Like you guys remember this guy when he was covering the Brent Rivera stuff, right? Brent Rivera was copying his content. Like he's just been like mad into politics lately, and he was getting shit. And I do believe some of this might just be because he's a little racist. Because he's been totally falling out some fucking pipeline here. But he'll put out like thumbnails and shit. I'll pull up his channel actually.
This is
Yeah, so some of his like big thumbnails are insane. Here. Dude, I investigated a city where you must legally own a gun. I investigated the city that traps homeless people. Right? So it's like a really disingenuous way of like presenting these stories. I investigated the city that made being gay illegal. And he's like gotten into it with like leftist because of how like he's covering some of it. I asked Americans who they're voting for president, and he's like got the most like 2016 like SJW lady like in the thumbnail, right? Or it's like he has like an AI, like he'll get AI generated images of like black people. And it's like black guy with gun, black guy with gun, black guy with gun. And his response to this is that they make up the population. My take on it is any man with a Patagonia puffer is probably racist. I investigated the city where prostitution is illegal. Dude, I can't even begin to tell you how insane the Jew capital versus the Muslim capital of America, how that is the most insane thing ever. Oh my god. These are great thumbnails, by the way. But I can't even begin to tell you how insane some of this shit is. I investigated the murder capital of America, another black guy holding a gun. Okay. I investigated the country where every drug is legal. That's Canada, right? It's a video about Canada, by the way, and about like how Canada is handling their drug epidemic, right? But the way this is like couched is like you know, if you like wanted to really get somebody riled up against the poors. I only know this because I saw a Tozy cover him. Yeah, that was during the Brent Rivera stuff, like a long fucking time ago. But he's like, I'm a real journalist. And I don't know, man. I don't know what quantifies as like journalism. I mean, I classify myself as a journalist, but I think that's a little bit of a stretch these days, right? But it's like, this very much comes off as like disaster tourism or like, you know, poverty tourism type stuff. It just it doesn't come off as like very honest, right? It doesn't come off as very honest. There's a lot of guys that do this better than him, in my opinion. I interviewed the most racist man in America. Dude, I got a quantifiable estimation of the racist. I don't know. This like type of YouTube content is just not Like there was like the Vice guys back in the day, right? Where they used to be like pretty frank. There's a video where this dude goes to Argentina and visits the Hitler cabin, and it plays like a ghost hunter. They psych up the payoff for the whole video, and it's just him finding the bones in the woods and his dog bone. Right? It's like there's like this guy who's like Georgian. Or he's not Russian, right? Because he's published pro-Ukrainian content. By the way, his thumbnails also have that same kind of vibe. All right. But he's had some like really interesting documentaries on North Korea and stuff. And the only reason his channel hasn't picked up is because he's like a Russian expatriate. That his channel is like nuked in the search algorithm. But yeah, his stuff is kind of like that as well. Fucking God. This guy, this guy's actually pretty good at what he does. He's also like a professional photographer, so he's like not an asshole. He's like pretty well spoken about things. So there's this guy called Indigo Traveler, right? And he'll do that thing where he goes to like all these poor countries, yada yada, right? But he'll like spend days with, you know, people that live there, and he'll do interviews, and that's really all he does. But he's a lot more low key about it, right? I do judge a video by its cover. But yeah, he also went to Ukraine, which is, you know, honestly, like he went at the start of the war, so it was like a different time. Mr. Beast thumbnails, yeah. Right? So they're like guys who do this like this kind of stuff kind of falls in the line of
So this is the...
if you guys remember Vice's like guide videos. Right? They're like the old Vice videos, right? They used to be like this. And then Vice got cringe, and now Vice doesn't exist anymore. But yeah, the good old Vice, that was good, right? Or I guess they're still around, but they're kind of ass now. They're like cringe. Diesel, do you think KSI is actually molding about his song, or is it a publicity thing? It is totally a publicity thing. It's totally a publicity thing, 100%. But yeah, I mean, maybe Vice puts out good stuff now still, but they've kind of like really ruined their reputation. And I'm sure some of it's good, but you know, some of it is definitely doo-doo-ah, you know. Vice is the fucking new Jubilee. I want a game end. But yeah, it's like I probably wouldn't mind Tyler's content if it wasn't for him getting on Twitter and like getting into fucking beef with like lefties or whatever. Right? Like I don't like it you know exactly what is going on with him right now. Like it's not hard to figure out, right? Like he got into it with Vince Vintage a couple days ago. And hold on, we'll just go through their argument since we're here. Let's see. Oh, yeah, this is fine. I guess we're watching a Hassan clip to get the context. I'm glad Hassan Hun is sounding the alarm about right wing's total dominance over the young male demo. If you're a dude under 30 and you see it in your group chat, social feeds every day, so far the progressive establishment has failed to invest in the creative solutions for to compete. I've heard this come from the left a lot, where they're like, "We're losing young men and we can't get them back," right? So, but yeah, we'll listen to the clip to at least understand the context of what's going on, because I don't want to clip chimp.
There is a massive amount of right-wing radicalization that has been occurring, especially in younger male spaces. Everything is completely dominated by right-wing politics. If you're a dude under the age of 30 and you have any hobbies whatsoever, whether it's playing video games, whether it's working out, whether it's, I don't know, listening to like a history podcast or whatever, every single facet of that is just completely dominated by center-right to, I wouldn't say far right in the same way that it was back in like the 2016 era at the end of like Obama's administration, but like definitely center right to Trumpian right, like openly Trump right, not like genuinely neo-Nazi. That part is quieted down a little bit, but like they're like 90% of the way there for the most part. And that's it. Everything that they see is right-wing sentiment being expressed by individuals that they find charismatic, thought leaders, influencers that they subscribe to. And I think that that is some of the reason why you see this movement.
Yep, I agree with Hassan's take. Hot, insane, right? Insane. Hold on, stop the fucking presses. I've heard this said before. Brianna Wu said it. Destiny said it. Everybody's fucking said it. But yeah, I agree with that take 100%. It's yeah. Do you think we're just experiencing a second pendulum shift where leftists lean way too hard into a read a book sweaty shit, and we're back to the anti-SJW shit? Yeah, I think we are. And then Tyler says this: the left quite literally hates young men. All masculine traits are evil. This is insane. This is really insane now that I'm reading it. All masculine traits are evil. White men especially are the villain in every fictional or historical plot. Why would men seek refuge in media that continues to try to convince them they are evil? Okay, so this is like a really insane, like all-encompassing statement, which is not really conducive to any kind of conversation. He's trolling, no way. He is not. At least from what I'm able to tell, but we'll go through the rest of this argument. Yeah. I don't really see this in much media. I watch a lot of media. I don't really know where that's coming from. And like those insane leftists that say don't work out or don't like video games, why the fuck would I ever listen to them anyway? Okay. The left villainizes white men. And then this is Vince Vintage responding to it with all of this. Right? To which Tyler says, this is an accurate and visual demographic representation of those perpetuating violent crimes per capita in America's most violent cities, according to the FBI. Why'd he do... This has to be a bit. Is this a bit? This feels like a bit. Because this is literally the despite making up 10% of the population thing. This is literally the fucking population meme. To put a white guy holding a gun in a video about Chicago's gun violence would be statistically inaccurate. Why did he say this part, right? He could have just said, I'm interviewing black people in Chicago. I'm not putting a white guy on the thumbnail. Why didn't he just say that? Why'd he be like, these groups of people commit the most violence? That's like... That's the crime stats meme, right? Like, there was an easier way to present that. He's trolling or he's schizophrenic. I didn't know Rastafarian men with an AR-15 burning the beaches is an accurate representation of the Bahamas. Oh my god. Jamaica was the murder capital of the world per capita when I went. The other Caribbean countries were right behind it. I know you've probably never been there, but could you have Googled this? Right? And then he's like honest about it, but it's like you didn't need to include that weird moment Like you make it sound like they commit the violence because they're black. Oh my god. Homicides. Oh no. Listen, if Chicago is made up of predominantly black people, right, and they're gonna commit the most crimes in the area or whatever, sure. But it's like when you pull out the graph like this doesn't say you don't need to do this. Why are you doing this? This makes it so fucking weird, dude. Anyway, there's an important difference between accurately identifying which groups of people specifically are committing heinous violence that disrupt society with the direct goal of addressing the root causes that get them there, opposed to baselessly scapegoating white man for everything that is wrong with society. Wait, no. This guy is literally... Guys, I think he is just racist. I think he might just be racist. Oh my god. Right? Because he's saying, you know, like the left is always saying it's the white man doing the bad. But here I have shown it is actually the black man doing the bad. We should be addressing how the black man is doing the bad. Oh no. Eastern European being racist? I'm shocked. What does he suggest we do with these black men? I'm quite curious. Oh, shit.
Fed posting on Maine. Many such cases.
What is this you've sent me, Kat? Jesus.
Is a swamp production.
This is not one, my one, yeah, donkey, this is my one, yeah, donkey, this is my one, yeah, donkey, this is my one, yeah, donkey, came out of woman, donkey, sipping at lean as boldly, smoking at green.
Kind of goes hard, though. Is this Glorb? This sounds like a Glorb song. That has to be. At least it's not the Vegeta thing. I'm not a big fan of the government. I also sense something. It's true. Fauci is soy. It's very true. It's Glorb's the evil twin Blorg. That is not a joke. All right, well, it's like midnight here, so I am going to go to bed, chat. So, good night. But yes, make sure to call Fauci soy on your way out.